there's one that makes it to where there's one that makes it to where we are a fiefdom of some other interstellar empire, which would mean that something went really wrong in the past 2 centuries.
That didn't happen. I like that one.
That's like Alba finally wins, and then some big fucker from the star shows up in the year.
That might happen, but I want that to happen during the game, please.
So this is Alba. We've conquered the world, and now we go to the stars. But we got to figure out what we're gonna do in the stars. So now we got to do the build.
You I knocked like 4 times.
Ugh. Ugh.
There we go.
Out in the winter snow.
I know, it's so cold.
So this is what we have for now. I know that we agreed we were probably going to change a bunch of stuff.
We're making some stuff.
We're making some changes.
First thing we want to change is the origin, because that'll probably affect what we're going to do.
I'm not opposed to post-apocalyptic, but I would like to see the other options. I would like to see them.
You could show him. I'm pretty cool with post-apocalyptic on the idea that I mean, it was glory to Alba and all that, but I think that a third-party observer might disagree from what our depiction of what happened.
You would have the Threnody to Hiroshima playing there during that whole sequence.
Like, you could see in the background there what Earth looks like as a baseline. It is Fallout 3. It's Fallout 3, but if, like, the Enclave got their way, is what I would describe Alba as in this version.
But it does give us Survivor, which does make us live a little longer.
And you know, if we see Tomb Worlds in the future, we could just live there, and it's, like, fine. We're like, oh, this is just like back home.
There's actually a fair amount of Tomb Worlds out there.
I know.
It's just that the systems that are going to be nearby probably won't be Tomb World, so there won't be a lot that we can realistically
we'll still
expand
have,
into.
you know, habitability towards cool worlds. It's just the Tomb Worlds will be an option.
What are all of the origins that do they just feel like Alba to you? Just to narrow it down.
There's a Doomsday one which seems horrible, which is like
That
would be Alba's fucked it. Like, that's like, our homeworld's gonna blow up in like 30 years. We gotta find a new one right now. That's like Alba, we fucked it. We fucked it. We didn't know. We didn't know.
We get a really good start, but
everyone works
wants
harder because we're like, we gotta go. In 35 to 45 years, the planet's going to explode.
Why?
We drilled too deep. We hollowed the magnetic core. Now it's just gonna destabilize.
We heard there was a big star in the middle of the Earth, and it's like, oh, I want that one.
There are funny ones like Common Ground, which is not. That's like the UN victory.
No.
There's Galactic Doorstep. It's a relatively normal one that just starts us with a gateway that we can build up later on.
That's Mass Effect. Sharon is actually a mass relay.
Actually, I would say that's closer to where is it? Slingshot to the Stars. It gives you a quantum catapult, which has the ability, once you repair it, it lets you jump to any system, which is a huge thing since, you know, there's hyperlanes and stuff. But it lets you do a one-way shot to anywhere.
Teachers of the Shroud is cool, but it doesn't let us do Ascension perks, so I don't want it.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that then.
Because perks are cool. It's like, it lets psionic ascension stuff happen, like, easier. It, like, really pigeonholes you into doing psychic stuff, but it, like, disables a whole bunch of the other stuff.
There's Fear of the Dark. That one's an interesting one. It basically spawns rebels on another planet in our star system, and we gotta deal with them over time.
Been dealing with rebels.
Do we need to have another Gaelic uprising?
I just feel like we could potentially be past that now.
I thought
Do we need to sweep Ireland?
I thought Holy 13 solved that.
But Martian law!
Oh, I don't want Martian law. The Gaels take over Mars and they adopt Martian law. And wizards like doctors are forbidden.
I don't know about that.
There's Under One Rule, which is a fun.
I like the image.
It would essentially mean that our starting person is like a perfect being. but it wouldn't be Comgan
under
Unicon.
one rule. What under one rule is the Aelpins have been overthrown. A new guy has taken over, and he is a prophet and has power, and then he claims himself as emperor, the correct emperor. That's what that would be.
I don't like that.
He's
What
like,
does that here be dragons.
there's an ancient dragon who would befriend. Is what that is.
He would live in our system, but I don't have that DLC. So
There'd be friends.
We're gonna advertise it to you, but you may not.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
it is Paradox after all.
I get that feeling from.
Are there any DLCs you don't have that you think would be like big time?
The only ones I don't have are the Aquatic one and the new Astral Planes one. And I was looking at the Astral Planes one with Jordan, and people are saying it's not great, so I'll hold off on that one. But those are the only two I don't own.
I was gonna suggest you buying all the DLCs, but I was gonna suggest that if there was anything we're missing out, we could just do their funny subscription service they had for a few months, and it'd be fine.
Nah, it's not that big a deal. Because from what I saw, the Astral Plane stuff, all that does is basically give you like a couple of minor quest lines that don't really help very much or do much.
Yeah, I vote for post-apocalyptic. I like the idea that
I'm not against it.
I like the idea that everyone was
That's what we
forced.
saw at the end of our
That
time,
that is what I saw.
That was a lot.
It got a lot.
We can do that.
Okay, yeah.
So we
We
got
baptized
post-apocalyptic.
Alba with nuclear fire.
And now for the
all our
tough
enemies go.
question. We are obviously
No,
Imperial,
it's easy.
so we got to do that one. But we got to figure out.
I'm fine with us having
I like the
fanatical
spiritual and the
spiritualist.
authoritarian.
Yeah.
Authoritarian.
What do you mean?
I'm just looking at stuff.
Just looking, just looking.
Militarist. We don't
Really,
need that
we're at the
one.
point where if it just didn't even show what it did, I'm already set in. I'm fine.
This one,
Yeah.
we'd need
only
xenophobe
reason
if we
the-
want to purge. That's the only.
I was
other
about to say
thing.
the only reason I'd want xenophobe is to kill off people. But we can, even without xenophobe, we still can have a multi-class system with different races. By the way, because
Okay.
you assign people's like civil rights like by race, and so you could totally still make it to where it's like, okay, the humans are in charge. Fuck off.
I think we've been more defined by our authoritarianism than necessarily our military.
The first
it's gone hand in
struggle,
hand, but
like one of the
still.
first struggles,
This first struggle was like
was
I
getting
need
rid of
power.
voting. Was getting rid of voting.
It's in our blood.
We can do that.
And I like the idea that the spiritualism has really increased in the last couple hundred years.
Yeah, you know, we had to get through
we
a
are
dark
the
period.
Messiah.
Like there was like a 400-year dark period that we had to get through, and we found that the answer to our problems was to just vote for and worship the emperor. You know.
Our science has proved that consciousness begets reality. We regard with patience the childlike efforts of those who delude themselves. It is the other way around as they play with their blocks of hard matter, quote unquote.
I mean,
We like the soft matter that's in our minds.
And we are Imperial. We don't get to choose their leader class, so it might end up that like we get to choose our starting leader, but their child might end up either being a scientist, a governor type person, or a military person.
can you change her first name to Comgassa?
That stuff will
Nikon.
that's stuff that we'll do in just a little bit.
Okay.
But we
get
need to
to
pick
fully
these.
customize the first leader, and then after that it starts going. But you know, if the first leader can live a long time, if we could just fix that.
The civics are the important thing, though.
Okay.
I was looking through them, and
There was
I
those
had
ones that
my
you
vote.
posted that I really liked.
Yeah, both for
was
lore
the
reasons and for
Ascensionists.
mechanics. I like the ones I chose.
And the Imperial Cult, I think, was the other one.
Additional priest jobs. Ooh.
Our priests are very effective.
The extra edicts one is actually not that bad. And we can have a prime herald on our council. Yeah, that's not bad. Divine Empire. And then with Ascensionists. Yeah. Divine Empire.
I like it. We're divine, and we always have been.
Do we want to leave the name as is?
Alban Ali-Aj.
Quite like it.
Do you have like a little backtick in there? What is that?
It's the silent letter.
Oh, okay. I see. That's fine.
Yeah.
Do we like the flag?
Is there a cock of Alba?
Is there a
A
cock?
what?
Is
Oh,
there
a
a
cock.
cock?
Mm,
I want a
I'm
cock.
sure not. Of course there's not. They're like, you want to be cool? It's like, no, I want the
I
cock
want
of Alba.
a big fucking chicken.
there's this one.
I mean, I feel
That could be cool. It does make me think of the UN though. It makes me think of a federation of
does.
people who are friendly.
but it's kind of cockish.
But it is an ornate cock. Well, think
Mhm.
about it.
Mhm.
Maybe it's just been bedazzled.
The bedazzled cock.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the rest are just symbols and stuff.
Wayland Yutani.
Nothing.
There's a lot of
there.
like Amos sci-fi faction.
Fascism.
in here.
Yeah.
There's the Imperium of Man.
Right here. And
There's
Starship
the-
Troopers,
Yep, the Federation.
which the Federation is one of the potential human factions that can spawn in the base game.
There's a fallen empire that's the Imperium of Man.
Ooh, did not know that
Yeah,
one.
let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Where they're like, your religion is puny, and they have fucking space marines and the insane bullshit of that universe.
To win.
Yeah, I think the
I like the
The one
bedazzled.
we
I'm fine with the
I
bedazzled
can
cock.
fuck with it.
I can live with the bedazzled cock.
bedazzled cock. Do we want to change the shapes and stuff? Or does it look fine?
Red was always our color as far as
Mhm.
shapes. Go back and get that tricolor, the one at the very bottom that you have right there.
This one?
Yeah,
On over it.
very fascismo. What about the other one? Yeah, next to it.
The one that looks like a. What about the one that looks like a fucking naval mine?
This one?
I really like that one.
I kind of like that one too.
It perfectly aligns.
hmm
Yeah, I like that one. What if the black was white? Oh, it's really bright.
You can't change the color of the
Shines on
emblem,
you.
unfortunately.
What if we made the white part red and then the red part white? What if we swapped
How's that
them?
look?
That kind of red, or the orangey red?
Or
I guess it's
the
just
orangey
orange.
red. And then we make the
Wanna do
secondary one
white.
white. What does that look like?
Very Japanese.
It does have a Japanese feel to it. I like the cock.
I
Cock
got kind
is
of a
good.
Swedish bit.
I kind of like this.
Yeah, I'm not opposed.
It has the typical Nazi-fied colors of white and red. We have that going. To show some of our origin.
I'm okay with it.
I like it.
Good. Next, we will do species name. Do we want to just leave this as is? This is a little thing I wrote in there beforehand.
Ooh. Through war and strife, the Alban Empire clawed its way up from the highlands of Scotland to control the entire planet. Through fire and steel, the Alban Ali-Aj consolidated its control and created an economy that would fuel their factories and eventually their pursuit of greater legacy. Now the stars beacon the Ali-Aj forward, and greater secrets remain to be discovered among the vast expanse of the Milky Way. In the end, all shall be Alban. I respect. I demand.
I like.
love it.
I want. Yeah, well, that's chill.
Okay. Name lists. This one's an important one. So right now I have it set to like Latinized names.
Yeah.
There's like regular guy names, just people from all over. This one is just like I'd say it's more Dune-esque. They got the weirdo names, but they're very human still. But then the humanoid ones, they get a little weird.
I think I want to go a little weird.
Might want to be a little weird. Oh, I'm kind of feeling some Aj energy from that.
There's that one. There's this one.
Gone.
I don't like this one. It
like
uses Mog. I don't like Mog.
No Mog.
We got some hyphens in this one, so that's already a good sign. They like hyphens. They like X's. What's 4?
I don't know about that.
I kind of like humanoid 1.
Yeah, humanoid 1.
It has some Aj.
It feels like it was regular names that has gotten wrong.
The planet names. I like those
treasure. Also, there's like a religious. I like the ships. It's like Salas the Revered, Anakbal the Able.
I like it.
Kabash the Furious.
Okay, and now we have our species traits. We've got.
We're gonna get Survivor, which is delicious. I like the idea of us having adaptive simply because that's the generic like human trait, and I think that'd be a good idea to have.
So adaptive, I think right here.
Which makes it to where we can live places.
If we want to do more stuff, we got to get some negatives.
I love negatives.
We could do.
Oh, we could put the fucking.
Put it in there. You know it belongs.
You could put the Gaelic rebellions into our fucking ethics.
While not inherently distrustful, members of the species are often socially combative.
Yes.
We are
bastards.
And just remember, this is as a species.
Also some deviantism.
There is deviance and there is decadence. If we aren't going to have slaves, this wouldn't be that bad because it would only apply to the workers.
The decadence is
do
full
super
on...
slavery by the end of Hearts of Iron.
We abolished slavery back in Victoria.
Yeah.
And we never really looked back.
What's deviance?
Deviance,
tell me more.
It makes them more likely to... whenever you have a leader, they are a part of a governing faction. And that faction is considered the governing faction.
I'm just thinking about both Europa Universalis and Victoria and how with Crusader Kings, how the heir stopped being the heir constantly. The heir wouldn't even vote for themselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
we can have that. Now we can find something, some delicious point to give us. We can get enduring and we can live longer. What if we discovered how to live longer?
Maybe we've taken.
We already got plus 10 years from the Tomb World thing, so that'll give us 30 more years of life.
One of the earlier things we'll research are gene clinics, which will also make us live longer. And there are also other texts that we'll research relatively early on that'll make us live longer.
I like the idea that we found our chi through our psychic powers, and now we can live longer. I like that.
We can do that, and we can do another +1 somewhere.
What would be a good +1 for us?
These are all ones we can't use. There's resilient. It makes us makes our defense armies hold better.
We've been very resilient throughout all of this.
What's communal?
Communal. They use less housing. Members of this species are highly communal and quite used to living in close proximity to others.
The big towers.
The big tenement.
I kind of like that. Strong is useful, but I don't like it like lore-wise because it's like, why has humanity became really strong physically?
Communal is good. We could do that. We will want to be populating many worlds, so you must live close. I love the idea of
Albans spreading like cockroaches.
Okay, so that's our traits. Homeworld. Do we want to name the star Sol or Sol Invictus?
I'm fine with just Sol. I do like that Earth is fucked. That does make me happy.
And we have the Sol system, so we will have our nice planetary systems.
Earth couldn't handle us.
How do we want our cities to look? This is mostly just a flavor thing.
Yeah.
We got.
Mammalian is the one that looks most like normal human.
Well,
Like
there's
skyscrapers.
there's humanoid city that kind of looks like the Mass Effect cities a little bit, but.
A little bit.
But
I like
yeah.
the reptilian one.
Reptilian, yeah.
It is the square.
It is very the square. There's also the Toxoid. Also, kind of looks like that. Looks good.
It does.
I like reptilian or toxoid. I have no idea what toxoid means.
It
I
don't
think I would go
matter.
with reptilian because it feels more. It's not been that long since Hearts of Iron, but that feels like that's a progression we could have done.
And we've done Origin. We've done Governor. How do we want our advisor to sound? This is the current one. The strong rule. There's also the soldier. There's the spiritualist.
I like spiritualist personally. Me personally.
We can do that. Empire name. Appearance. We're just humans, so that's fine. Let's go to ship appearance. How do we want our ships to look? This is the mammalian corvette. It is the smallest of ships. We can... How do we... Right mouse button. This is the 360-degree view. It is very blocky. There's the humanoid, which...
That is the Empire.
And as
The
the scale
Levisseur
up,
Empire.
I like the Empire. It looks threatening.
there's plantoid,
No, that is not right.
mammalian, reptilian.
So if I'm thinking either humanoid or reptilian.
Yeah.
Avian. It's very pointy.
Do like point. It's really just saying we are bad guy.
Yes.
There's the molluscoid. They like the smooth round.
I like the angles.
I like angles.
Angles. That's more round. Lithoid. The rock people. It literally has rock pieces hanging off of it.
I see. How the fuck did they manage to get in the stars?
The lithoids are literal rock people.
There are so many ways to progress a people in this game. It is insane.
This is a necroid.
So many ways to.
It is.
That's another.
Very
That's another.
evil
We are
looking.
bad. We are bad.
Oh, I kind of like it.
There's
It's real bad, but I do like it.
Imperial, which is, I think it's more like Imperium of Man type thing. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's the science ship.
Got spinny doodads.
I like the spinny doodads.
And the toxoids, they like the round. So
I liked just the regular mammalian, the reptilian, and I think the croid it was.
I liked humanoid, mammalian, reptilian, and avian.
Avian was also good, yeah.
Avian had
was
a lot
very
of
pointy.
points.
I rather like Avian. It is very evil looking.
We
is
have
the
our cocks,
point.
our space cocks.
We have our space Rolls Royces because they all look very shiny. They're very shiny and they all have that long sort of appearance to them.
They do.
I like it.
And then we have our ruler.
Okay.
So we have the ruler title down here, which have we decided to make it Comganumnicon?
I think that the title is still Emperor. It's just people, we were saying that people change their names to it.
I see. Emperor and Empress. Prince and Princess.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
the name I want, Comges Umnicon for
Comgessa.
my to have
Comgessa Umnicon.
Yeah, Comgessa
Spell it
Umnicon.
correct.
This one's the I think
N-A-C-H-A-N.
N-A-C-H-A-N.
I think this is the 12th.
No, we were 13th last time.
Oh yeah, you're right. So this one's 7th. But she's
What?
Comgessa. She's Comgessa.
Oh,
not
I see.
Comgen.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's in there. We've got 5 different faces to choose from. Or I guess this would be, yeah, more or less faces.
I like 3.
I like 3.
3 works. Do we care about hairstyle or clothing or color?
Yes,
Okay.
obviously.
Well,
Immensely. I like the short hair that she had.
Ooh.
like these.
Kind of like that. I kind of like the flapper girl hair.
I kind of like 3.
Yeah.
We can do that. Clothing.
I kind of like that little toga thing she had going on.
Like this one?
It matches our the colors of our flag.
It does. I personally like this one. I like the cape.
Cape?
I just think that looks like she's a student too much to me.
I can see that.
That other outfit has a sash as well, which is also positive.
Yeah.
Which one?
There was one of these outfits has that one has a
I
sash.
kind of like
which
that
is always
one.
positive.
It feels,
I like that.
It feels imperial.
Yeah, we can have a sash.
We can do it. And color variant. That doesn't change anything, it looks like.
I think it looks like it's changing the eyes. Her eyes are flickering. Oh, I like 5. 5 made it look like she's from the British Isles.
I see. So we'll start with that. All of that looks fine. Do we want to put a biography?
No, it's unnecessary.
No.
Oh, that's what the Codex Alba's for.
And this is a relatively newer thing. So these are the different types of leaders. There's the official, which is good at governing stuff, the commander, and the scientist. Do we wish for our ruler to be a like to have come from planetary ruler training type stuff, military or science?
Probably ruler stuff.
Yeah.
Military stuff. We've ruled the world for centuries. Who do we be military?
Who is there left to fight?
Then in that case, I would say
And I just don't see any Alban Emperor being a scientist. I just don't see it.
We haven't done that since old Crusader Kings times. When a scientist was like, I'm going to use soap.
I'm going to wash my hands. The
And everybody else
never
around them is like, holy shit, look at that fucking alchemist over there.
And I would say we either want to do charisma, logistic understanding, or eye for talent. Charisma.
I'm perfectly fine being real charismatic.
I like
Charisma will let us do edict stuff more, which we will get into later. There are relatively
Didn't we have
important.
another bonus with the edict stuff right now? Like we have like a edict points that we started with from Imperial Cult.
Yes.
So
yes,
charisma probably be really good synergy in that regard.
It would.
I like it.
I'm just saying for other
I
stuff.
love having a charismatic leader.
I do too.
We will do charisma. And I think that's everything.
Who was that little Alban there?
That's just like
typical
standard
depiction of
template.
what our people look like.
Yeah.
See.
When we send probes out into the stars with our picture, that's what it looks like.
We do not look like friends when you look at those ships right there. The fact that we live on a tomb world and that's our ship.
No.
That right there is the ship people see when they first meet us.
I mean, who have we been a friend to?
I know. I know.
Our
Save
friends
the
are people we've
allies.
you're useful to me for this
We're
small
not-
period of time.
We're not joining any intergalactic organizations. There's like this whole mechanic in this game where you could be like a galactic UN.
No.
We ain't messing with none of that.
No.
We will be doing the largest galaxy size, 1,000 stars.
I think that's a good idea, yeah.
There are different shapes of galaxy. There's a ring galaxy,
I want
a
the Milky Way
barred
shape.
spiral.
We're the spiral.
I believe.
How many
Milky
arms
Way
does Milky Way have? 6?
Somebody else look that up. I don't know.
Milky. Yeah.
Milky Bar.
Milk bar. It's got. How you count?
spirals. How many?
It's got kind of 6.
4. It has 4. Google told me it has 4.
What do you mean? What do you fucking mean 4? Where's the what?
The exact number of arms in their shape is difficult to determine from location of the Milky Way. Astronomers think the Milky Way has 4 main spiral
1, 2,
arms.
3, 4. I just don't know what they're. Okay.
That was from the National Science Foundation.gov,
Okay.
by the way.
Okay, I'm just saying I'm looking at a picture.
Uncle
I got
Sam
eyes.
told me there's 4.
Okay.
How many AIs do we want? We
7?
can either do an assigned number or a randomized number in the range.
This means.
This is how many
9?
other empires we will be.
No, I know. I just don't know what a reasonable number is.
I'm trying to think.
There's a lot of space, so we could do whatever.
We're on huge, so I think there being a minimum of 13 probably makes sense. So we could probably do that 13 to 26. I think 13 to 26 is perfectly reasonable.
Advanced AI starts. We don't want that.
None of that sounds cool.
That just starts them off with
don't like
extra
that.
bullshit.
Yeah, all the regular AI empires start off in the same conditions that we're in, basically. And then there's
Seems
the
reasonable.
Marauder empires are
Gaels.
they're almost literally they're space Mongols. They become a thing and then they start taking over things and they become an issue. So this is the number of them that will spawn. The costs are fine. We're not changing that. Habitable worlds. We could increase the number of habitable worlds.
I don't think that's necessary. I think it's fine if we just leave it at the normal one. There needs to be some habitable world scarcity to force people to fucking murder each other over what habitable worlds there are. Also, eventually there's terraforming anyway.
Yeah. Pre-FTL civilizations and species.
Like FTL and pre-sapient species is really fun. I like it.
That seems fun.
You can find a bunch of apes. It's like, I'm going to make you people now.
Crisis strength, that is something we can't change as long as we have crisis type as all.
I'm scared of them.
They will happen.
I want to experience.
I don't think they can start until we reach the in-game start year.
So it'd be 2800, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a couple centuries. We have a lot of centuries.
We start off in 2200?
I believe it's 2200.
So yeah, we got plenty of time. No victory year.
What's the scale difficulty thing I'm saying? What's that?
When this
Scales up. I don't want them to be scaled up later on if we're winning. That sounds like some paradox nonsense. I want them to be like normal.
Sounds like you can't win actually because reason.
That sounds like them putting the thumb on my back. I'm tired of them putting the thumb on my
I'm
back.
tired of it. I've dealt with that for so many games.
Regular difficulty.
It's scaling up from the difficulty setting, but at Ensign it has no advantages. So starting at
it just
0
says
reaches
late
the
game, which
maximum.
tells me that late game whoever's left is going to get a whole bunch of bonuses. Is what that sounds like to me.
Just turn it
I
off.
want that. Silence it. Silence it. I didn't like it.
Difficulty
It felt it
adjusted
had bad
AI
vibes.
modifiers. Empire-wide modifiers are multiplied by difficulty bonuses. No, that's fine. AI aggressiveness, we'll just leave that as normal.
We don't need
Empire placement.
Normal is fine.
We can either have it as randomly plopping us in the galaxy or putting us in clusters around the galaxy.
I like random.
Random's fine.
And no advanced neighbors. Hyperlane density. We'll leave that fine. Abandoned gateways, that's fine. Wormhole pairs, that's fine. Guaranteed habitable worlds. This is how many habitable worlds you'll start off next to, essentially. That applies for all AIs, too, though.
I think one is chill.
What habitable world are we getting?
Oh, we'll get
something.
It'll be
somewhere near solar system.
It'll be something that is. It'll be our preferred type. So it'll probably be another Tomb World that'll be somewhere.
Like, we found another shithole to live in.
Yay!
Caravaneers will leave on the L gates. That's a thing we'll worry about. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Xeno
it.
compatibility. That basically lets us fuck Xenos and make half breeds.
We think Xenos are gross. I'm certain of it.
Yeah, they're nasty.
If we leave it on, we don't have to
Barely like
take
Albans.
it. We don't have to take it, but there will be half breeds across the galaxy. So do we
I
want
don't
to just leave
want that.
it on?
I don't want it. I don't want it. That sounds bad.
Logistic growth scaling. Basically, it makes it so that if you have less population on the planet, you build more population faster.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Growth required scaling.
I want Iron
Don't
Man
worry
mode
about that.
off.
Yes, we'll turn that off.
Turn that fucking shit off.
And I
It
think
brings
that's everything.
I can't wait for us to find some tentacled horror and the in between
oh my
in
God.
between
I'm
realms, and it like fucking
really excited.
changes our
I
empire
like
forever.
the tentacles and then in between.
Alba's taking to the stars.
Oh my
I'm
God,
gonna
we're
get me
flying.
in-
We're flying.
I'm gonna get me another food. I'll be right back.
This is what Kongesa Umnakon's office looks like.
This is totally what we dreamed of 1,000 billion years ago.
And that's what some random shithole planet that we don't want to live on will look like. All green and full of plant life and water and shit.
Ew, it hasn't been cleansed yet.
It hasn't. And that's a space dragon. Don't worry about that.
Oh.
In the eons since the first primitive Alban communities took shape in the meadows and forests of Alba, our civilization has spread and prospered. But Alban society was not always united toward a common goal. In centuries past, mounting tensions between competing nations came to an apocalyptic head in a global thermonuclear war that claimed the lives of billions and forever marred the surface of Alba. In the decades to follow, surviving Albans faced radiological contamination, mutations, famine, and violent tribalism. It was in this grim crucible that the Alban Alliage was truly forged, and with it, a new world order. Now, after the discovery of the Hyperlane Network, the finest minds of the Alban Alliage have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp.
I can eat.
And we will choose the Zeroni, because we want the Zeroni. Confirm
Because we
selection.
want that for reasons. I'll
This
learn
is
about later.
Alba. Isn't
Oh,
it
it's
beautiful?
Oh,
Isn't
look
Alba
at it. I thought that was the
beautiful? No, that's the moon.
Oh shit.
Alba is beautiful.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
It looks
Don't
just
say
like the
anything else.
moon.
It does. It has father and son. We might have started throwing some stars, Tyler. Okay, stars had to be thrown at people.
We did throw a lot of stars. We threw literal handfuls. So first things first, we need to figure out what we're going to research.
It's a Garden of Eden.
So we can either increase. So with research, you have physics research, society research, and engineering research. Physics research is primarily focused on like energy stuff and AI stuff. Society research is biological stuff and military stuff, and engineering research is building shit.
Hard stuff. That's the actual concrete.
We can increase the amount of research that we do for each of these categories, or we could just, increase research speed
Research
in
speed
general.
early on is a good idea, I think.
I think either one of these would be fine. But
What trait does
it's
our funny
whatever.
friend have?
I like that his name is
Yeah,
Cognac.
he has
we
Spark
don't
of
have
Genius.
one yet, I see.
With,
My name
Do we not
Cognac.
have... Oh, he is a Spark of Genius. Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
yeah, he has
I
Spark
have
of
the
Genius.
big brain.
Ooh, that means he has a higher chance of giving us rare shit.
I believe so.
Oh my God,
There will
is
also
Rosie
be texts that
sleeping?
do that.
Is she asleep? Is she not conscious? Oh my God.
I know there are
That
some
also
texts.
unlocks the covert
You
operations
get them way ahead
path.
when you're supposed. You can get some text way before you're supposed to if you have Spark of Genius.
I think administrative
that.
AI would be best.
I like it too.
Research faster.
More AI.
These are our techs. This does food. We love food, but we are making plenty right now. We could do more society research and get a good research bonus early, or we can do more army stuff.
I love food.
I do like food.
I really don't think we need food yet. This will be here, and we're just not going to be missing out on food for a while.
Do you want the society research?
I want society research because that'll make us research faster, and every advantage is nice. And there's better armor for our ships, better physical guns for our ships. These are kinetic weapons. And nanomechanics, more engineering research. I would say research.
More research.
I love research. So this is where we are in the galaxy. We're actually relatively in the middle. That's more in the middle than I thought we would be. But that's whatever. I like being out in... No, it's not. It just means that there's a lot of stuff around us. I just like being on the edges, so there's only so many directions we have to worry about.
So I can have my back to the wall.
Yes, actually. But for right now, all we need to do is have our engineer or our construction ship. As we discover star systems, they'll have these little things underneath them. That just means that you can build things in the system to give these bonuses. So there are energy credits, which are the money of the game. They are packets of energy that are used as currency. Think of it as batteries, essentially. There are minerals, and there's engineering research somewhere. Where is
If a number is green, that means that we're collecting it, by the way.
Yeah.
So if we see white numbers in the system we own, that means we need to build things to collect shit.
Jupiter has an engineering research thing on it. We can learn stuff from studying Jupiter.
We can build. We basically build space stations over it so that we can look at it.
Well, I think we should start with the research
we end up
station
getting a
because it costs
bunch of
minerals.
physics research out of weird shit in space.
Black holes get a lot too.
You find the portal that whispers to you, and then you look at it, and it teaches you physics.
You whisper back and go right in.
And we can have our science ships either autonomously go and look at things, or we can send them out to any place in particular.
Our system right next to us.
Letting them go places.
Which one?
What is that?
There are
Bernard
3
star?
technically.
There's a tri-star in the north. You see it?
Yeah, it's a trinary
there's a
star.
three-star.
Fucking trinary star.
That's
right?
And
We'll
we
look
are
at it.
are
We'll
we
look at it.
are we in the Harian Nebula? No, I think this is in the Harian Nebula. Nebulas, later on we'll be able to build stations in the nebula itself that can give us minerals just by sitting in the nebula. So that might be a thing later. The Alban Alliage is abuzz with the news of alien remnants that were recently studied. These remains are considered definitive proof of intelligent, purposeful alien activity at some point in the past. We may still be alone now, but we are at least not the first to be so.
Oh my god.
We have proven
There's a
that
black
there
hole
once
way up
was
here.
aliens. We don't know. We don't yet know. Princess Bermuda. Oh, first contact.
Yeah, we gotta set how we're going to treat any
what's our
future
diplomacy
aliens.
towards aliens if we find them?
Greet them with open arms, which
I just don't know.
well, that's the friendly way. We can be cautious with them. Basically tell them don't fuck with us and we won't fuck with you, or we will be like fuck you, we will kill you as soon as we see you.
I'm liking that third one.
I mean,
enables hostilities as soon as we meet someone. It's like, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here.
Look, there's this thing, called the dark forest hypothesis in space. It's essentially that space is full of hunters, and whoever gets found, you must be quiet or you will be hunted.
Well, what if we become big and we deforest
what if we are the hunters?
Forest,
we could be the hunters.
What if we're not the hunters? Instead, we took out the forest and then all the predators died.
That also works.
We could do that.
I mean, that's how we conquered her.
This is a thing we can change later on if we want to. So
I guess we could be fucking cautious or whatever.
I mean, I'm not against saying get fucked.
The only thing about it is if they end up making friends, they could team up against us early on.
Yeah.
Be cautious.
We can be cautious. Princess Bemelon. So this is our government. We have Empress Comgessa Umnikon VII. We have our head of research Cognat, Minister of Defense Lathier, and Minister of State Darmula. So what I like to do, we'll go to leaders here. And Bemelon here is our princess. She's a scientist, so we could assign her as our head of research, but
What's her trait?
Well, she has Spark of Genius, so
You should probably get her then, because you know, since we have our head of research in the scout ship,
and we can rename our heir.
He could not make it, so we probably getting her. I was gonna suggest us get another researcher in case, you know.
Yeah, we can
he
do that.
Doesn't make it.
And also, she can be in a research vessel, so she can go to the stars as well, which we'll want to build another one of those, probably first thing. Do we want to change her name? Or will she change her... can you actually change the name whenever they're the ruler? Yes, you can. Yeah. So we can just let her have the name Bimmelon.
Will change when she ascends.
She may have that for now.
For now.
She'll become Gessa Umnakan the 8th.
So we want to make her the head of research? Princess Bimmelon?
She's also a genius as well.
She is.
Yeah, that's good. You can make her head of research, and then the other head of research, he can fucking risk his ass in the spaceship and get blown up in some random event.
She can also do that, but, you know.
I would suggest she just stay at home and do research.
I like having an heir.
Because she's got Spark of Research, Spark of Genius, and I don't want to... It's such a good trait.
In that case, we can have up to 3 scientists, so we can hire a third one. So what I think we should do...
you should get. I saw that there was a resilient option, and if I remember right, what I like to do is I always liked having my scout guys have longer lifespans because that made it to where they were more likely to get high level and be able to do the cool shit.
Both of them have resilience. You are 38. You're 26.
Get one of these people. We need 100 funny points.
We don't have 100 funny points. That's Unity. It's a thing that we kind of get passively, but there are plenty of buildings that we make to make more of it. This is what it looks like on the planet itself. Each of these are districts.
Beautiful.
The districts are how we get housing, and housing will be a whole thing. Because we chose the thing that allows us to...
Munal.
Yeah, it reduces the amount of space that our people take up. Our housing...
on top of each other.
Yes, it makes the housing a little bit easier to deal with. But as we increase in size, it will get more and more crowded.
We'll need bigger towers.
But to start with, it looks like we have 2 temples, which give us 5 priests, or 2 priest slots probably, and then this gives us another priest slot, maybe?
I think our Imperial cult is giving us a free priest slot.
Yes, that's probably it then. Yep. So we have the priests, they give us unity at the cost of food and consumer goods, which are right here.
Love unity.
The researchers give science. Enforcers, they reduce crime. It's not an issue right now, but it will be, especially if we conquer things from other people. Metallurgists, they make alloys. That's what we use to build starships. Any ship that goes into space. And consumer goods, that's used for various things on the planet, like research and these other things.
Non-military metals.
The workers, the clerks, they give trade value. That's not really a thing we're going to care about, because we're not really going to be doing that much trading. Technicians...
Alba historically doesn't have the fucking administrators or clerks working in it. We've known this. We know this to be true.
Technicians, they are the actual generator people who take the energy and put it into batteries instead of trading for it. We got the miners and we got the farmers. These are the different strata of society. The workers, they can be filled with slaves as well, if that's a thing that we end up wanting to do later on.
We have 18 population slots on our home world, which is perfectly average.
Yes. And then there's the rulers, and the rulers, they give unity, and they also give amenities, which amenities will be a thing that we will want to deal with relatively quickly. All populations use amenities, and whenever the amenities start going low, it reduces happiness, and it increases the chance that crime starts happening because people start wanting to buy drugs to get happy, and it's a whole thing.
I have no jewelry, so I will buy heroin.
Yes. We have no minerals, so we can't build shit. But there are plenty of things that we can and will be building. But that's general overview. This is the available jobs we have right now. So as people are born, they will fill those jobs up. But there are only so many jobs. So we'll have to add more things to give them jobs. Any questions?
No.
Not yet.
Okay. Then we continue. We have an idle leader. Which one of you is not doing anything? You're in that. Oh, our head of research is not actually doing anything. So what we can do, Alba is currently ruled or being governed by the Minister of State. The actual ruler just does like general stuff, but we can have planetary governors. So I think the next planet that we settle, we should have our heir be the governor of that planet.
It will be her destiny.
But I think she's the only one who's not doing anything, so that's fine for the moment.
She can sit there and be a researcher.
So you're going up there. You're building a thing. We'll check the situation log. That's a new archaeological site we have discovered in Alpha Centauri.
Alpha Centauri has a whole bunch of worlds to live on.
Yes, it does. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. And I like that.
Ancient unknown civilization.
Is that on the continental world? Because
It's colorful here.
This is what a nebula looks like. So in a nebula, I believe ships can't cloak and their shields are not a thing.
Oh, where?
According to the ISS Hempest the Fearless, one mammalian species native to Alpha Centauri 5A has not only achieved a tentative mastery of the planet's vast oceans, but also small plots of land that dot its surface. Proposes that we should monitor their development closely and possibly help them along the path to full sapience.
We found a pre-civilization people.
That's so quick.
So that's here. It is an ocean world.
That means that we found aliens.
This is what they look like.
We found monkeys. We found little sloths. That's really gonna increase our fucking feeling of ourselves that we found aliens and we're better than them.
We are.
We found aliens and they were monkeys.
And also, importantly, it is an ocean world, which is in the same general class as our home world. So it is habitable to us. So we can inhabit that world and just live alongside them.
We could either exterminate them or we could look at them and make them our pets. That's also
we could have
pets. They are pre-sapient, so we can't uplift them. But we can just have them, and we can eventually, and later on, we can also put them in zoos.
Yeah, we can have pets.
Which one of these is... This one's the continental world. It's like what Earth used to look like. And I believe that is our preferred one, technically. Yeah, continental preference. So, that will... this would basically be Earth 2. And this is the most important screen of all, traditions. So as you get more unity, you start being able to unlock traditions, and when you fill up a tradition tree, you unlock ascension perks. And the ascension perks do massive things that change the game for us.
They're glorious.
We won't worry about them yet, but suffice to say, they are what we are going for. They are our main goal. So, traditions. Adaptability, this one focuses mostly on being able to inhabit other worlds. It increases habitability, makes us able to build more things, resettle people, that kind of thing. Aptitude actually makes our leaders better and allows us to have more of them. Diplomacy, we don't care about that. Discovery, that's a science one. It allows us to survey faster and allows us to have more scientists, and they don't research faster, but they are cheaper to have as researchers. And also it gives research alternatives. In the science thing, whenever we were looking at what to research, you saw that we only had 3 choices to choose from.
Science is determined by random rolls.
Yes.
So you can expand how many rolls you're doing if you have research alternatives.
And you can have up to either 5 or 6 alternatives that you can research at a time. Or pick from to research.
There are so many more traditions than there was the last time I looked at this. When I was a wee baby.
Domination is if we want to have vassals.
Maybe.
And if we want to occupy other planets, it's good for both of those.
We need to actually be at a stage where we're invading and conquering people for that to be useful.
Enmity, it gives us extra things that essentially... It's kind of a UN thing, but it's more against anti-rivals. So with other rivals that we have, it would give us like extra research and stuff.
Off the top of my head, I'm gonna say that I'd either want expansion, harmony, or discovery, unless there's some new one that I think would be cool. Those three are really good ones.
Expansion makes it cheaper for our people to expand, and makes it easier for us to grow our populations on other planets. Harmony mostly is dealing with making our leaders like enlightened, more or less, makes them live longer and less negative stuff, and it gives more unity. Mercantile is if we want to do trade stuff, which we probably don't care about.
We don't care about that. It involves talking to aliens.
Yeah. Politics, that's UN stuff, we don't care. Prosperity, we will either want prosperity first or second, because it just flatly makes everything that we do cheaper. Building stuff, upkeep, output, it makes everything better.
When I have my Dutch build, I'm a prosperous man all the time, first choice.
Statecraft is for agendas, which we haven't done yet, but they are a relatively important thing. That'll be a later thing probably, but it is good to have. Subterfuge, that's obviously spying stuff, which we need envoys for, and we need people for, and it's a whole thing. Supremacy is the war thing. It makes it cheaper to build ships, makes them cheaper to have, increases our capacity. It is the war
Fire
thing.
rate, yeah, it's one we'll get eventually. Absolutely, supremacy.
Unyielding is the defense one. It basically gives every defensive bonus that we can realistically get. Those are the ones that we have unlocked at the moment. We have to get ascension perks to get these, but then there's cybernetics, which lets us become robot. There's genetics, which lets us become perfect. There's psionics, which lets us become ascended. And there's synthetics, which lets us make.
Something that should be important to note with psionic theory, by the way, because we need psionic theory to do the psionic stuff. Being fanatic spiritualist gives us a ×2 modifier on finding psionic theory. If we get a scientist who has the psionic trait, it will be multiplied by another 8. But if we have a scientist that has the maniacal trait, it would be another ×2. So if we have a maniacal scientist, we need to make them the head of research, and it will make it way more likely we'll get psionic theory, by the way.
I like that.
Throw that out there.
But to start with, I would recommend either prosperity. If we want to take as much as we can, as early as we can, we want to do expansion. But if we are fine with going a little bit slower with our expansion,
I distinctly remember the colonial development taking for fucking ever, and so I really liked expansion for that reason.
It does kind of take forever.
It flatly makes it 25% faster, which I really like.
Yeah, 25% faster, and then there's a research thing.
Whenever you're colonizing, it's like taking full several years to even get to the point where you're doing anything on a planet. And I really liked expansion for that reason. Harmony, I just liked because Harmony produces more points to get more ascension perks faster, and also makes your leaders live longer, which I love.
Well, actually, they did change it. It doesn't just flatly give unity anymore. It gives that. It gives us more edicts.
What's the adoption perk it gets for it? Whenever you adopt that?
Population upkeep.
That also seems like it would be good long term.
It would be good long term. Governing ethics attraction. It makes people fall in line and less crime and more stability.
Discovery, expansion, harmony, prosperity, or supremacy are the 5 I'm looking at right now, since we can't have psionics yet.
I would narrow it to either discovery, expansion, or prosperity for now.
With those 3 options, discovery is really good to get, especially early on, because
it lets us look at planets faster. That's the big thing.
It does that too, which is also great.
Because that takes a while, and if we can look at the planets faster, then we can colonize the systems faster.
Prosperity is only useful whenever you already have an economy. We're too early in the game for prosperity to be useful.
Not true, because we're going to be building on our home planet in our first few planets.
But early on in the game, things aren't that expensive anyway. I think it's better as a second or third choice. Prosperity.
I would say we could do it second then, but then I'd say either expansion or discovery.
I want to expand.
We can do expansion, then prosperity, and then maybe by then we'll have psionics.
We can do expansion. We are about... One of these planets that's right next to us is going to be habitable. Well, I guess technically like half of the Alpha Centauri systems are habitable.
It'll be even more habitable. And
So-
we're adaptive, so it's extra habitable.
So it will make our colonies grow, and that will be extremely beneficial to us. We need to mine Venus, get more
Hollow it
minerals.
out.
Mm-hmm. And
It's
Suck
been
the
11
gas
months.
Oh,
11 months
a
of
lot of time just went by.
time passes very quickly, and it needs to.
Time passes quickly when it's on fast. 1 year has passed.
Oh,
In 1 year, we have started the exploration of Alpha Centauri.
That's 1 year after discovering hyperlanes. We have finished building on Venus, so now we must get the power nodes out of Neptune, build a big fucking battery on it. Habitable world survey. We know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Alba. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. If we do this,
Side quest.
we can either say no and just get a little bit of Unity out of it, which will probably give us the next upgrade for Unity things, or we can do it, and once we find all the things, it'll give us a lot of society research.
I want to learn about habitable worlds.
We want to learn.
We're going to be doing survey stuff anyway, so might as well.
Absolutely want to learn.
What I will do, though,
Unity will come.
is go to the shipyard here. This is where you build ships, obviously, and I'm going to build us another science ship. Because we can hire... We haven't hired that other scientist yet, but it'll be somebody else who can go out and start looking at things for us. So we already have the thing for unlocking the tree, which is called new development speed.
I think I would want on the right-hand side is what I'd want to start that one right there. I
That
think
would
it'd be
start
good
us
for
with the
to set
plus
up
one
earlier.
power up.
Because we're not going to be building another starbase anytime soon.
Well, we're going to be building a starbase as soon as we finish surveying the systems. But we might actually be able to just do like 1 or 2 of them before we get another upgrade, since it's relatively quick early on. So we could do this one.
More population.
I like the extra pop. I want the colonies to get up and running.
If you look over here, this is the outliner. Planets will have these little indicators on them. This one right here with the slashes on it means there are blockers that are preventing us from building things. We can look at that in features, and these are things we can clear.
The Great Pacific Garbage Patch.
Scandinavian Reclamation Sector.
We got rid of Scandinavia, I see.
Yeah, we did.
Scandinavia's green.
How many people is one pop? I would say that's probably somewhere around like maybe it's easily a couple million at least.
It's a good number, a million. It's hard to say. I know that I was about to say it's like my thoughts on population stuff, but they'd be outdated. It's like back in the day, having more than like 25 population on the planet would be huge, but
you can have metropolis planets that have like 40 or 50 population.
That's why I said nowadays, because that was before they had city planet stuff and all that.
Welcome back, Carl Duns. Love to see ya.
Alberta's not okay.
Alberta is not okay.
We did not care for them.
The Great Panic of 72. Everyone thought this is it. The big one had finally arrived. Oh, it was an actual crater. We got hit by a meteor.
Oh, that's fun. I thought we did that. I just assumed.
No, we did Scandinavia.
Yeah, that's 100% us.
Like Alberta's gone though.
We
got hit by a
conquered them,
meteor.
and then we probably heard some tale about some rebels still around there. So we're like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Sweden tried to secede, and so we just fucking threw a star at them.
Strategic resource. We found Zro.
Zro is it's the element 0.
It's an extremely rare aerosol of exotic particles that appears to have been deposited here through a meteor impact, but its true origin is a mystery. If ingested by psionically gifted individuals, this aerosol should act as a very potent and potentially addictive drug that enhances psi abilities. We do not yet possess the means to extract this resource. We should seriously
We don't
consider
know how to
establishing
fucking
control of the
mass
system.
industry yet. We just know it exists.
Want to really bad.
Where did we find it? In Alpha Centauri?
Oh, was it there?
I presume so.
It's the only thing that we've been looking at.
It was so nearby the whole time.
It's so close.
Leaking onto us is delicious.
You are 27. Welcome to the fold.
You are 27 and have extra life. So we already have gotten to where our leaders are going to live up to like age 100
Mm-hmm.
now. Like without any techs that are expanding their life. It's just their traits. And our people will be long lived. We will be hitting 3 digits with them often.
Nice.
So what we want to do for strategic purposes is find the choke points in the hyperlanes and build... Yes, we build fortifications on them, and especially in the direction of any body that we see. Council agendas. So
what is the hyperlane?
It is basically like in Star Wars, where there is a cleared path through the star systems that can be reached.
Long ago, Jordan, long ago, they let you choose the method in which you use to go from planet to planet, and the hyperlanes was one of 3 options. And then after a while, they decided that was crazy, and they decided to make it to where everyone had to use the hyperlanes.
There are jump drives that are a thing later on. That was one of them, but they have consequences associated with them.
You can end the galaxy with them.
Yeah.
If you get too crazy into the idea of jumping through wormholes, it gets like, oh, you woke them up. What's wrong with you?
So there are a couple of things that we can start. This is the agenda stuff. So when we start it gives the initial modifier down there at the bottom, and then the launched modifier after however many months it takes to actually finish up the agenda. And then it keeps that launched effect for 10 years. So this one would make our colony development faster. If we expand the council, that would give us another slot that we can pick. I don't think we can look at what the other slots are without doing it right now. But there are other slots that are based off of our the way that we have designed our empire. I would say we either want to do superior colonies, higher purpose. That would make more people spiritualist. We don't have the factions yet, but they are going to come soon.
We also gain 50 fucking unity per priest, and we have a bunch of priests.
That would actually be pretty nice.
Should the first agenda be
or we can expand
let's all
the council.
gather and pray?
Maybe.
Let's all gather and pray.
We gather and
We don't
pray.
know what's about to happen in this world, so let us pray.
Gather in prayer.
The next one that we want to do is probably expand the council just so we don't have to deal with it later. And later on, we'll be able to expand it up to 6 slots, but that's down the line. These are the edicts. We have 130 edict fund right now from the way we did our empire, so realistically, we could just do all of these. But as you go over the edicts fund, it starts eating out of your unity production, which is why it's nice to have a high fund.
We have a high fund.
So we can do fortify the border, which allows us to have 2 more star bases.
Oh, that seems really good.
And upgrades them 50% faster. Right now we can only have 3, and one of them is in our home system.
The fortify the border seems extremely good.
We're going to get all 3 of these. Veneration of the Saints makes the priest output better and more spiritualist stuff. And information quarantine, more stability, and it makes people stay in line.
We told people for generations to eat the lead.
We kept saying no.
The entire 19th century was us telling people, shh, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, stop being conscious.
Stop thinking, please stop thinking.
Your consciousness is too high.
And these are the policies, which we don't have to go through all of them right now, but we'll say initial border status, we will say closed. We will not allow random people to enter our borders.
Absolutely. You cannot come in.
Whenever we do war, we want to start by bombarding the planets with our starships. We can, if we kill all of the soldiers on the planet, allow them to surrender without actually sending troops onto the planet. Do we want to allow that?
I suppose we can allow that.
I'm fine with people surrendering to us.
Okay. Orbital bombardment, we want to leave that.
We tell them, no, you will face our fucking soldiers.
Restricted warfare.
Our soldiers are psionic weirdos,
about
and you're going to see
that.
them.
We have militarized economy. That makes more alloys and less consumer goods. We can change that around if we want later on, but yeah.
I love that.
Trade policy, we can't change that unless we do the mercantile tree thing. Robots.
Robots because they don't have souls.
Yep. Pre-sapients, we allow them to live, but we can hunt them for food. We can protect them, or we can just flat out exterminate.
I love the idea of having pets.
I like having pets.
I want pets.
Yeah, that would be this one. They're just animals. They can be ignored.
They're animals.
Population controls, that it basically means we can choose whether or not we allow certain species to breed on our planets.
We can order sterilization campaigns for people who aren't us.
We can. Slavery that we have allowed, and
that's one of the
purge,
genocide options you can do on here. Is you can tell them it's like you're not allowed to make children anymore.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
And then you just put an orbital processing facility above their planet, and then ship them off across the galaxy as slaves.
Nice.
You can do a
Slave them,
Ryloth to them.
sterilize them, spread them across the entire galaxy.
We have found our first anomaly. Proxima Centauri B's peculiar orbit around its red dwarf star renders the planet tidally locked and potentially worthy of further investigation. I would say we hold off on any anomalies because the rewards that we get from them is scaled to our production of stuff. So as we get bigger, the rewards from doing these will be bigger. So I'd say we leave them for now.
That is true, but we're early on in the game, so that if you got any bonus, it's effective, but whatever. Like our research costs aren't high or anything like that, so if we got a low reward, it'd be whatever.
Yeah, it's not like they'll go away, so we can always do it again later, but
Okay.
yeah. Resonance imaging of asteroid suggests an internal composition consisting of rare crystals.
Ooh. So there's like as your guys' skill level gets higher, it determines how they can do harder stuff. If you try to send them
It's
hard
that
stuff,
thing that's in every Paradox game. We saw a
a
comet.
light was seen.
It means a lot.
The citizens
We're fanatically spiritualists, so we're going to see the future.
and we become happy.
Oh, there's a comet. Oh,
It is a blessing of our cause.
the stars approve of the Empress.
Comet sighted. It makes them happy. Next thing. Alpha Centauri has been fully surveyed. We will start building in there now. Reach for the stars. That makes it cheaper. When we're building star systems, it uses alloys and influence. So we have enough of both, so we build. And you begin... Do we want to have them research Bernard's star or go up this way?
We should look at Bernard's star because that seems like it's a choke point.
And I want to know who Bernard is.
And then
Don't worry about it.
The person we have at Gilius, when they're done, they can go north and figure out what's in that alleyway, on that galactic alleyway.
Thalotha.
Dalotha will go that direction.
So you're there.
So where did we spot those first aliens at?
Alpha Centauri.
Yeah.
Not
right here.
the monkey aliens, the just alien aliens.
I don't think we've discovered
Or
it yet.
it was like, was that just us?
ruins.
The ruins. The ruins are...
Yeah, the ruins.
think it
Alpha
was on
Centauri
our-
4.
Yeah.
It's here somewhere. An ancient colony from an unknown civilization, despite no obvious signs of calamity.
Sings of calamity.
The settlement was clearly abruptly
Sing a
abandoned by
song
its
of
denizens. What
calamity
happened
to
here.
you.
So we can send a science person to
Probably
excavate
precursor
there. I like waiting until somebody is relatively higher level, like 4 or 5, before they start doing archaeology stuff.
Are there Xenos in there?
There won't be any Xenos, probably.
Okay.
Leave it. I like how the answer's not no. It's like, probably.
There may be, but probably not.
Xenomorphs are 100% a thing in this game. You can actually
I'm
make...
you'd
you
have
can
to.
you can produce xenomorphs. as a method of warfare.
I want to find the things in our immediate star cluster before we start expanding out.
Anomaly found.
Unknown structures floating in the gas giant's upper atmosphere. They appear to be using aerostatic lift to remain buoyant. Intriguing.
Cool.
We've expanded for the first time.
We're bigger.
Oh my god.
So now that we have actually put a starbase here, it doesn't count as one of these because it's not upgraded, but it counts as us claiming the system. So we can now colonize it.
We can mine.
Do we want to colonize the ocean world with the pets or the one that is more suited to us?
We should do the one that's more suited to us because there's going to be population. There's going to be shit that's in the way if we do the pets one.
We got like no consumer goods. We can buy a little bit though. We only need 30. We can buy 50.
We have cash money, so sure.
We have cash money. This is the market, by the way. Any resource that we'll get later on, we can buy through here. But they cost more money in the immediate, and the cost will go down over time. But whenever you buy things, it does make the cost go up. And now we can name it. Do we want to do a randomized name or name it ourselves?
I don't have anything in mind, so you could randomize it.
I want Causantia to harken back to our beginnings.
Causantia. There we go. So once we actually get the ship over there, it'll establish the colony and they'll name themselves Causantia.
Cool.
We have a little bit of money, so I'm going to start cleaning up the Earth. We'll do
It's
the great...
been 3.5 years.
Oh, shit.
This will make us a
The
free
resident
pop.
doomsayer says.
We'll just do that.
We're cleaning up Sweden and all that, aren't we?
We're getting there.
We get the big bulldozers to clean up Sweden. The great
Comgessa,
radiation cloud over there.
she is leveled up. We can either increase her charisma. It increases our edicts fund by another 20, and edict upkeep reduces by 2.5%. Champion of the people, extra happiness. This one would just make our population grow faster and gives us more food. Yes, it is Sunday ass. And principled, more stability. We don't really need that right now. I would say Sunday ass. Yeah.
We're gonna become fertile.
Minister of Defense, Lathier has leveled up. He is an admiral. He's actually
a butcher.
Butcher is an army thing.
I'm just saying he has the butcher trait.
He does have the butcher trait, which does mean that he's not really... He's in a fleet, so that actually doesn't apply to his fleet damage. That would only apply to an actual army.
Maybe things will change later on. Maybe we'll have to do a ground invasion of some pre-sentient, some pre-FTL civ or something.
We could hire another general. We only have one slot being used out of 3. We could hire one that is actually... Oh, well,
That
you're
one
not
is
good.
like that lower one is Dorian from Dragon Age.
Him.
He's Dorian from Dragon Age.
I see it.
Butcher's fine. We can give him the aggressive trait. Doesn't that make his fire rate go up or something like that?
Yeah, it makes his fire rate
give him
go
that.
up.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just trying to decide whether or not we should just switch him over to an army man. Because we could just lean him into that. But the other people that we have, this one's also an army trait. But it's more of like a general trait, or like a governor trait, I should say. And this one would be more of a fleet thing, but they also are negligent, and it would make their ships bad.
They're never going to get command.
So
what's defense engineer do?
Defense platform stuff, which since he's a counselor, that would apply.
Get that. Since he's the minister of defense.
Yeah, that's fine.
We could do
Make
that.
it to where our starbase will fucking tell people to fuck off better.
And our minister of state. This person is currently governing Alba in our stead. They are our governor. They are a champion of the people, so that makes them happy. Righteous reduces crime. And principle is stability.
I would like her to be the obliterator of crime.
Obliterate crime.
Construction complete.
We have constructed the thing here on Alpha Centauri. So go and claim Gillis.
It's ours.
Gillis is ours. Scientist Gognat, you are no longer our chief researcher, so you should get something that deals with other
Make him an
sciencey stuff.
archaeologist. Or not. Ooh, I like perfectionist.
Ooh, that would be discovery chance. That would be good.
That's really good. I like that.
Like that.
We made him a man who goes on the four seas.
Mm-hmm. He is the Nathan Drake of the stars. Another thing.
Expedition.
Population growth speed, starbase upkeep, or empire size. So empire size is right here. Once it gets over 100, it starts making things more expensive. But the lower it is, the less expensive things are. So it's always good to keep it lower. I'd say population.
Growth.
I like population.
Population's good. Combine that with the fertility that the Empress just decreed.
Mm-hmm.
I decree us fertile.
Currently, we are making a new Alban every
System survey complete.
20 months-ish. Which is pretty nice, actually. That's relatively
We are
fast.
producing
for early on.
Albans.
That's like millions of people being born every year and a half.
There's fucking rings floating in the system of Gillis. There's jewelry there.
Oh, that's trade.
that jewelry?
That's trade value.
We found diamond rings.
This rock is full of gems, I guess. But trade value is a thing that we can deal with, but we don't really need to. Since we won't be participating in the Galactic UN. And consequently, other people will not want to be trading with us.
We're used to people not liking us.
Complete.
We have grown.
Oh, long.
Longest.
What we want to do, actually, is find somebody
serious.
else so that we can rival them, because having rivals increases the influence that you generate.
Find some people, and there's like, we are Fred rival.
Rival.
And the more influence you generate, the more you can expand. Because it costs influence to make the star bases, which is the only reason I haven't made another one of these construction ships.
Our faith to
The first Alban colony. Our colony ship has gently touched down on the mouth of a large river delta on one of several continents that can be found on Cossantia. This temperate, forested region will serve as an ideal first landing spot. The ship has been predominantly converted into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement, and its reactor core is in the process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of small tents and prefab shelters have sprung up around the ship's former massive hull as colonists begin to disembark in large numbers. The first Alban city on an alien world.
Yay!
We gain engineering research.
How long until it's the colony's done?
Let's see.
You can hover over the progress bars there.
Yeah.
Like
2
2
years.
years,
That's
2.5
not
years.
bad at all. Typically,
2.5
it's like
years
6 to 8
after
years.
We got the faster bonus.
I would say since what does this look like? We want to
Does it have any-
designate
does
what
it
the
have
city's
any
going to
funny
be early
features?
on. It doesn't look like it.
Are there any funny features? Lots of jungle.
Hot
Hot springs.
Hot springs?
It can hold a lot of generators.
There are thermal hotness.
The main thing that it does for us, though, is actually having a large number of agricultural districts we could use.
Could be a farm world.
It could be a farm world, and then we won't have to worry about food for, like, the next 100 years.
We have a 90% habitability on this world. It is meant for us.
Toxic worlds are a thing now, by the way. And they can be terraformed, but they are nasty, nasty, stinky worlds.
So Sirius 3 is gross, and we'll have to terraform it eventually and make it Mars.
Another thing that we'll leave for later.
I want to look at the weird things.
I can pull
I
it
do
back
too.
up. They don't just go away. Small
Well,
rectangular
I want-
object
I
on
want
the.
one.
He wants to
Can I have
research
one?
them.
Can I have one?
Well, let's
I
research
also
Sirius
tend to research
first,
them as I see them, but,
and then
this
we'll go
is-
to this one.
Pick one.
We'll do it. It'll be
it can be
fine.
full
I
of
promise.
wonder.
Mm-hmm. I want the lower.
We'll just do Starbase upkeep. It doesn't really matter. We'll get the next one soon.
And then we'll get an ascension perk. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
We will ascend.
It's gonna be such a hard question, the ascension perks, because they're all so wonderful. They govern the path you go down so strongly.
Mm-hmm. Thalotha has leveled up.
You can make an extra. You can make her extra live.
She could be extra lived. That'd be
She
nice.
will become level 5.
Yeah.
I think the highest level is 9.
Oh, things have changed in my day.
Yeah. There are anomalies that can be like level 8 and 9. The only thing is that if you fuck up an anomaly research, then you not only lose whatever benefit it would have given, but sometimes it also gives negatives.
They can kill your person as well.
Yeah, they can kill your researcher. Because of the engineering research that we got from setting up a colony, we finished our research. So we can either make our ships faster, make smaller strike craft, and do like the swarm tactics, or planetary build speed.
Of these options, I think the build speed would be best.
I would
Build
agree.
'em.
What if we make Cossantia a farming colony, and this planet we make a research colony?
That sounds good to me.
I like research.
I love living places.
And it would be tucked in our little home sector
Our little
here.
hole.
Mm-hmm.
Our princess.
Our great princess. She can research faster. All of these are relatively good.
I want her to be the most genius.
I want her to have Spark of Genius too.
Spark of
I think
Genius
that's
is
really
good.
She is the head of our research after all.
Oh, we should have her govern the science colony. I'm going to buy some more stuff so that we can start another colony. They are going to be a drain on resources until they can get up and running, but we'll start making things on Delori or on Alba.
Is this the
Yeah.
research one?
It's
Yes,
been a long
this is the
time.
research
We haven't named anyone after Dag in a while.
I
True.
want this place to be. I want to learn of Dag.
I remember Dag.
What about Sanctum of Dag?
All the Dags live here, fornicating.
It has a particular smell.
Okay, you research anomalies.
You make sure you tell him to research that tier 1 anomaly and not just do all of them, and then he does the tier 3 one and die. Yeah, he's going straight for the tier 3 one.
Oh no.
Do this one.
You almost fucked it.
I went in to look.
I'm gonna touch the Stargate right now.
He was gonna
there's
fucking
another
touch
planet.
the fucking the signal.
He was gonna touch the big rock, the big square rock. That is a thing, by the way.
He was gonna
Big
touch.
square
he-
rock.
That
he
is
was
a
gonna rub
potential
the
anomaly.
sound.
The sound.
The square rock from 2001.
You can find those.
You can find that, yes.
There's
good.
the signal that whispers and tells you things. There's that.
A small aerostat colony was found floating just above the atmosphere of Bernard's Star 3. It appears to have been self-sufficient, and remains from several different species were found on board.
That's a big discovery.
As best as we can tell, the colony was some kind of social experiment conducted centuries ago that ultimately ended with the colonists massacring each other. We've downloaded all the data found in the colony's limited databanks. We gained society research.
That would be
wish I could
concerning
read that.
discovery.
Like why did they massacre each other?
We found a fucking Fallout vault. I know that if you find a post-nuclear world, you can find Fallout. They talk like there's one that has like vaults that live in them, and all the people there are fucked up because all the vaults were bad. There's also, if you don't start on Earth, there's like you can find Earth, and
There are
Earth can be in all kinds of states. One of the states is that it's a post-apocalyptic world, and sentient cockroaches live there now. That's like
sad.
that's one of, that was one way I found it.
Claimed a new world.
The other one is that they went full UN and they're a fallen empire. The other one is that they went full Nazi and are a fallen empire.
Cossantia has been established.
If you can also go there, you can find Earth, and they're like present day, and they have a satellite, but it's the International Space Station and stuff like that, and you can fucking just blow it up if you like.
I recommend building 2 city districts because they give the most housing and they unlock building slots. And later on,
When it comes to the district stuff, I know almost nothing about it because that was stuff that happened after I didn't play.
Okay,
it,
good.
So, yeah, I don't know very much anything about district stuff.
but as you get them, you can unlock other building slots, and later on there will be buildings we can build that are like extra agriculture districts essentially, and things that buff all of the agriculture on the planet. So we want to leave space for that, as well as like a temple and stuff. So I'd say 2 of them. And then we don't really have that much in the way of minerals yet, so we'll just leave it at that for now. There's a planet here that has alloys on it that we can mine. A molten world.
A lava world full of delicious metals.
The society research.
We could start. We did just colonize a jungle world.
We did just colonize a jungle world. This starts us on the administrative path, which will give us the actual administrative buildings, which make more unity, as well as unlocking the higher tier capital buildings, which we will need later on. But
It is tasty, but I think the jungle clearing might be really effective right now because I think it was like 4. I want to say 4 or 5 tiles in that new world we just took were blocked by jungle.
yeah, we can do that. Selective defoliants, we are creating Agent Orange.
Yeah,
Yay!
because there's too much jungle in these worlds.
Get rid of it.
Get rid.
You'll make them beautiful like Alba.
It's the Garden of Eden.
We done a thing. We done a thing. We
We're
done a
gonna
thing.
get a perk.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god, oh my god,
Ascension
oh my
perks.
god.
Okay, so Lord of War is the big war one. Military or mercenary enclaves. Once you get a fleet up to, I believe, 75 strength, you can set it as a mercenary enclave, which can then be hired by yourself or other people. They give you dividends, but they can also be made unavailable if you need them.
I don't want Lord of War. Some of these other ones are much more interesting.
Nihilistic acquisition. It allows us to go and abduct people whenever we're raiding them or whenever we're bombing them. Interstellar Dominion. That allows us to build star bases and expand our tentacled reach. Technological ascendancy. That's just better research and rare technologies happen more. One Vision is more unity and more. It is the shut up and you are one of us. Consecrated Worlds allows us to consecrate worlds. You can only do it with uninhabited worlds, but they give a lot of unity, and I believe they also increase the spiritual ethics attraction, so people become more spiritualist.
Holy.
Yes. Mastery of Nature allows us to clear blockers faster and build more on planets. Imperial Prerogative reduces the empire size from the number of planets that we have colonized and allows us to have more governors. Executive Vigor increases the edicts fund by 100. I would say that's actually fairly underwhelming, despite the fact that it's 100 edict, because later on the edicts themselves will cost like 100 or 200 and that kind of thing. So it won't really help that much. Transcendent Learning, all of our leaders gain 25% more experience, and we get 2 more scientists, and Shared Destiny allows us to have 2 more envoys, but we don't need that because we're not gonna have the UN. So fuck that.
Engineered evolution is like doing the big DNA fucking. The flesh is weak is the machines. Synthetic evolution is the big machines. Mind over matter is something
That's
we're
what
gonna
we
get
need.
later on. We need that one later. That's the big psychic.
Archaeoengineers allows us to use minor relics from the past that we find later on. They are they're better by their base stats, but they use a resource that we might not always have access to. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I don't want us to become the Crisis because it changes too much stuff about the game, in my opinion.
That's not something we can do until we have like 4 other ones anyway, but we'll consider it later. Enigmatic engineering, that's
we will
prevents
definitely
people from
probably-
spying on us.
I think we'll probably get Colossus Project going. We
That
want
is
to kill
that is
us.
the planet cracker, yes.
We want that.
World Shaper, it allows us to do the big terraform.
That's when you could make Gaia worlds. You can make perfect worlds.
Galactic Force Projection, that's so many more ships you can get from that. And the max influence from power projection is also really, really good. Defender of the Galaxy, we don't need that yet, but we'll probably be getting that later on.
That's whenever the galaxy is ending and the Empire has to say, we must
That,
stop this.
that list that you see right there, those are all of the end game crises, by the way.
I'm excited to fight the Aberrant.
Yeah.
Grasp the Void, that gives us more star bases.
Voidborn is really cool. I've used Voidborn in the past.
Eternal Vigilance, that's the big defense. Voidborn allows you to take to the stars and live in habitats.
You can make cities in space. You
Yes.
make big space stations to live in, and it eventually leans towards you building the big fucking rings around stars.
That's actually a thing that you just kind of get through research now, actually.
amazing.
It does make the habitats bigger, though, which is always good.
I remember my Hisk people tended to be Voidborn, my science people.
The Master Builders, that's Megastructure build speed. Whenever we unlock
Megastructure.
there are hyperlane gates that we'll be able to
Spheres.
use later on. Right now, it takes like a week, or not a week, like a month or 2 to travel between stars. Once we get the gates going and they're along the lanes, it takes like fucking a week to get from one side of our star cluster to the other.
Dyson spheres, ring worlds, super weapons.
Yes, that is the Galactic Wonders. That's the big build. Arcology Project is
I think Alba's gonna do big build. I want to point because I mean on Alba we did big build. We said we're gonna build wonders. We're gonna dig all the world's canals.
Arcology Project allows you to turn a world into a city.
That's
And-
the Coruscant.
And then there's Detox. And that
We're
allows
making
you
the
to
toxic
make the...
world not so toxic.
Yeah.
So
But-
we know
Those
for
I
absolute
like.
certainty that we wanted that we need mind over matter. That's a requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Interstellar Dominion can be cool.
I was drawn to
Technological
them.
ascendancy is also really really good.
I would
like
say
the
we...
sound of Interstellar and
One Vision's also good.
personally.
If we got One Vision early and make it to where we get more points overall because of the unity.
I would say it should be between Interstellar Dominion, Technological Ascendancy, and One Vision for now.
That's what I was thinking.
Consecrated Worlds
technologies increase
might be worth it later when we have more established ourselves. But the extra Unity just allows us to get more stuff. And this, especially the rare technologies, that's stuff that you don't always find, like, at all.
All of
So-
the psionic technologies are considered rare. Just want to point that out there.
So that would
And
technically
for
make it...
Dominion or One Vision.
I'd say Dominion if we're going to be expanding as quickly as we can.
I like One Vision because if you get it early on, it makes it where you'll get the other stuff quicker. Especially because we have a lot of priests, like with how we are, and so we're generating more unity than we normally would anyway.
And we're
So
going to
we
be
increase
generating
it
even
further.
more.
If we lean harder into it, we'll get perks faster, and getting perks quicker than other people might benefit us greatly, in my opinion.
I think we have a vision.
I like One Vision.
One Vision it is.
I love. We have the One Vision. It's Kamgan Unikon's vision.
We are unified.
Anomaly
Even though our race
Found another
has
anomaly.
ununification stuff going for it, we tell them we are unified.
An abandoned ship has been left to drift aimlessly above this planet. The massive sails protruding from its hull suggest it relied on solar power to function.
Solar ship.
There's a lot of goddamn aliens around here.
Yeah.
A lot of aliens going on.
Or you're not researching anything right now. I thought I had you do that. Research. I must have just had you in the orbit.
We are spreading our faith to a new
I think you should
We are
have...
colonizing again.
I think Cognat should be
Mhm.
the guy who looks at new systems because he gets bonuses to finding anomalies.
Mhm.
And I think the lady, she should be the one who actually researches things because she's got the extra life.
Mhm.
So she's more likely to get higher level to be able to research the cooler things.
We can
And
do that.
when you research the anomalies, it gives an experience boost.
Fusion reactor is the next tier of power production we'll need for our ships. We don't really need it right now, but it would be good to have because it kind of just increases a lot of the base stats of our ships. Survey speed, that's,
Always delicious.
a thing. And energy production.
We're perfectly fine on energy at the moment. I think survey speed would be a good idea.
Yeah.
It works.
We got some pretty nice research bonuses going on right now. Plus 15%. It's tasty.
It didn't used to say, actually, on that screen how much the research bonus you had. That's like in the last patch. Small cargo pod has been left to drift above the gas giant. It's been captured by the gravity well. We'll leave that for now. Proxima Centauri B. For as long as we Albans have been able to look at the stars for new homes, Proxima Centauri B has been a naive dream. A place we would look to with optimism, a new home. Sadly, as our telescopes got better, we realized that the planet would probably be tidally locked, a frozen hellscape, a theory which we have confirmed today. There is hope, however. This world has all the building blocks necessary for a habitable planet. It might just need a slight push. It is Proxima Centauri B, one of these. This one. It's a barren world, but once we have unlocked climate restoration, we will be allowed to make it better.
Climate restoration? What's that?
It's a tech we'll research. We put an atmosphere on it.
We're going to build better.
I like building better worlds.
What's our next fucking tradition we're gonna get? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. We were wanting to get prosperity, that's right.
Prosperity would be good, especially since we have two new planets.
Money.
We have two new planets, and it would be easier to build on them.
We should probably prioritize building these research facilities.
The research ones?
Around here. That'd probably be a good idea.
We'll just automatically.
We have quite a bit of minerals kicking about at the moment.
We'll have one construction ship who builds the outposts, and one construction ship who builds the things. So you've done that. So which direction do we want to have them start going?
Galactic West, I think.
To the west?
Yeah.
What's that triangle got?
Triangle? Oh, over here.
That's a size
This
23.
one is a neutron star. Later on, neutron stars will be able to power galactic catapults.
system survey
So many dice.
You've done that. So now
They will power the
you
Empire.
go over here and research. And it's just that anomaly.
It's been 8.5 years.
It's been 8.5 years, and we've already colonized 2 planets, and we've basically taken over our entire star cluster.
We are an interstellar
That
empire.
sounds pretty good.
In 8 years, we've become an interstellar empire. I mean, the colonies we have are trash at the moment, but still.
They're tiny, but they are Alban. And
There's
also,
like 5
this one
people
is
living on them.
fully done, but you're building the city district right now.
They're
I
founding
would
their first
say-
proper cities.
The first thing we want to build there is... Where is it?
I
The
always
temple.
wait the Auto What's It monument first, but that was
We'll-
back before
we'll
they
do
had
both of them.
districts, so you know.
I want them to have priests first. And
We're
then
good at that.
the next one will be the monument, because that also makes unity. And these buildings level up later. They upgrade. The monument is the only one of them that won't require a resource that we currently don't have yet. The temple also might not,
I
but
have a question.
yeah.
How extensive is that list on the right side of the screen going to get?
Very.
It will. We will be scrolling through it.
Okay.
It's not going to
Just
be
curious.
like how in previous games where that's neglected, by the way, and it becomes a mess. We're going to be using it heavily.
Okay.
Oh. After a recent rainfall, colonists have noticed metallic puddles appearing on the surface of Calsantia. These puddles have a viscous consistency, like liquid metal.
Well, we'll
Rank it.
investigate further,
Do-
obviously.
Investigate it.
Investigate further.
We want to know
Does
the
that
world.
give a situation log?
I have to know.
It does not.
Was that unidentified object the monolith? It said rectangular.
Small rectangular object on the surface of this planet is deflecting all scanning beams like a mirror. Our sensors are unable to determine its material composition. It's possible.
You're really blue balling me with not looking at any of this really interesting stuff.
I know.
This is the exact same information. Everything that was in that pop-up is right here.
No. I want to look at
He
it.
means researching it is what he means.
Oh, well, that is literally what we're sending her to do right now.
Well, I don't know.
So fuck off. Fuck off. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
The viscous metallic puddles on Calsantia are eluding colony scientists. So far, their origin is undetermined, but they've been resistant to our probing. Our instruments are struggling to decipher their chemical makeup. We have more tests to run if we want answers. Keep trying.
Yes.
Resistant to probing. That sounds like they're fucking moving away.
It could be
Trying to probe the
nanites.
water and it slides away.
It could be nanites.
Construction.
That'd be horrifying. We discover fucking nanomachines on our first colony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be scary. It's like, how the fuck did you get here?
Nanomachines, son. A new element has been discovered on Calsantia. After a breakthrough in the case of the viscous metallic puddles, we have discovered the puddles comprise a unique chemical element. The element, which we're calling Calsantiano.
Antianonium.
That
Santa now has an element named after it.
is present in the air on Calsantia.
Did you think that was gonna happen, Willie?
I did not. But
It's
but
like William
when
the First now has a fucking element.
I am honored. But when introduced to high precipitation, takes on a viscous consistency we have seen on the planet's surface. Their appearances are cyclical, much like dihydrogen monoxide-based puddles. Nice. A fascinating discovery. Our understanding of the elements continues to grow. We now have a special project.
Special projects.
So the special project, we need a scientist there, and it has a time limit. So that's what you're going to do once you finish this thing you're already doing.
Construction complete.
You've done that. That's
We
fine.
are learning.
You're going to do that. That's fine. I don't want her to do the level 3 anomalies until she is level 3, though.
Mm-hmm. Less chance of death.
Mm-hmm. Or fucking up.
Mm-hmm. Her researching the lower level anomalies do give her an experience boost, though.
Mm-hmm.
Alien mural.
While conducting surface scans of Sirius 3, Science Officer Tabitha, and the crew of the ISS Coggle, the Righteous, discovered that what appears to be an artificially carved slab of rock covered in alien writing. They've not detected any other signs of alien activity on the planet, and exactly how this mural came to be here is a mystery. We have prepared a special project to translate the text.
Situation
It
log.
must be trained.
So that one is this
Number of pop-ups
thing,
now.
which we'll have her do that after she does the one with the time limit. And we're doing prosperity.
The writing says, "Do not go here. Do not go here. It'll kill you. It'll kill you." It's like, oh shit.
20% more mining output.
That's mining stations too, so that's the ones we're building around the planets.
Tasty.
I do like that. Prosperity. It also unlocked the favored society, which is this one. Makes our specialists better. And our specialists are all of the pops who are in the middle here. So the priests, the scientists, and all of that stuff.
I love priests.
Every planet
Priests are
will
what
have
got
priests.
us through several fucking Paradox
Yeah.
games.
this planet has finished their thing. So we'll want more actual city districts here so we can have more research facilities.
I think the Sanctum of Dag has big cats on it that are bad enough that there's like whole areas of the planet we don't look at. Where the blockers look like, big cats
Shit,
right
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Where like we don't go there.
it's terrifying.
Their eyes glow in
We
the
have
dark
a
and
net
it's real
negative
scary.
consumer goods now.
We do. We're going to build more industrial districts here, though.
We need more smog.
Well, actually... No, that's only power that it uses. That's right. This little box right here that looks like a briefcase, it says there are unemployed pops that will move to other planets. If it's yellow, it's fine. When it turns red, it means that there are unemployed people who won't be able to move, and that's when they start doing crime.
That's whenever you get the Russian Revolution. Just people unemployed wandering around.
They won't do a revolution because they won't go away from our governing ethics. That's what's required for actual revolutions.
Too hard.
But they will do crime. And crime is actually pretty difficult to get rid of.
Luckily, the governor of our capital is the annihilator of crime.
Mm-hmm.
She who obliterates crime.
And you, Sanctum of Dag, you will be ruled by our princess.
She has many jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Construction complete.
She rules the world. She rules the research.
We can
she has the duties
also
of
colonize here. It's got hazardous weather, which
It's
reduces the
got bad
habitability by 10.
tornadoes.
But it has a lot of industrial district slots. So this could be our main industrial center.
It also generate good money for us too, because the big tornadoes generate extra cash.
True.
The big tornadoes.
We could max out the generator slots and then do industrial districts, because there's...
Yeah, I love money.
Yeah.
I love money.
I do love money.
There's nothing stopping us from doing that.
It's what I
besides,
lean
you know,
towards in every strategy game.
Money is good. Money is always
I love
good.
money.
I'm gonna
Mr. Krabs is
send...
my spirit animal.
Survey complete.
We're getting -2. We can... If we need to buy more, we can buy more. But I think it would be
Consumer
good.
goods. There's no ravioli for anyone.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to name this one?
I want us to name every colony.
Oh, that's so hard.
I curse us too.
Why would you do that?
What is it? Tell me about this world.
What about the little bastard?
It's an
Remember
ocean.
Little bastard?
It's an ocean world with tornadoes all over the place. Tornadoes
How about
and
Little
hurricanes.
Bastard's Paradise? How about that? You know,
Yeah, sure.
I don't remember how to spell Little Bastard though.
It
I
was.
don't.
It
I
was
don't
really
remember.
a lot.
It was correct. It was a lot, but it's also correct.
I don't remember.
Actually, you know what? Let me go into Discord because I think I wrote it out at one point.
Oh
I'll
lord.
type in
Well, we're not in any hurry, so
Little Bastard.
I'll just do this.
Try one word. Yeah, there we go. I found it.
Blockers cleared.
By all means.
It is L-I-J-L-E-V.
IJLEV
L-E-V. S-S-J.
SSJ
R-R-D.
RRD
Is paradise. Yeah, there you go.
Paradise. We've gained invaluable insight into the unique weather systems of Calsantia. In addition to expanding our understanding of chemical elements, our recent research has had positive implications for food production.
Ooh.
And
Delicious.
we now have puddle technician jobs on the planet.
Your job
I'm a
is
puddle
to-
technician.
I prod the puddles.
You got to collect them up.
Well, it makes food. And
Where did it
and
come from?
alloys.
Alloy.
That's actually really good.
We take them, we put them into cubes, and then we can sell them on the market.
Hmm.
This is a beautiful world.
It's a good world.
It has a new element on it.
I don't know how it just. How does it just stick around?
Don't worry about it.
There's an element like I don't. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about our self-replicating elements.
The new ones are the really hard ones to make, so I just don't understand.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
God made it.
So
You're right. You're right.
this planet will be especially important for our consumer goods and alloy production.
Anomaly
So it will be probably the most important planet for us militarily too. And it is relatively close to a choke point down here. So, there's a Gaia world up here. It's got an anomaly on it. So
that could have a mixed blessing. That could mean there's a spiritualist fallen empire nearby. And that
it could mean that. It could also mean that there's a thing that's going to be guarding it, and it's going to keep us from living there or make us
see a beautiful world, and it's like, I'm
upkeepers.
afraid. I'm afraid. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'd rather it was a volcano hellhole.
Leave for now.
We're going to discover that there's another empire way bigger next to us, and they're super advanced.
God damn it. Story of my fucking life.
It is.
You're not doing anything. You're only
Muslims.
level 2. Go do this.
Find the space Muslims.
I don't want the space Muslims.
Spent
Okay,
centuries trying to
factions
get
are
farms.
nothing.
Oh,
So
the Union of Religious Conservatism.
they are the spiritualist people, and the next ones are going to be the authoritarian people. Yep, the authoritarian coalition. Centralization of political and military power. So I will show you now what that does. That is in... Is it society management? No. Is it in government? Factions. So these are the parties. We have the Union of Religious Conservatism and the Authoritarian Coalition. And
the only
what
thing
they
the
like...
Union hates is that we don't do psionics. The most. They're like, why aren't we doing psionics?
These are the things...
I would love to.
These are the things that they like us to do on the side. And the more of them that we do, the more approval we have. And if we have a high approval and a high number of population that supports it, we get more unity out of it. So
what are we doing that the authoritarians hate?
Stratified society. I think they want slaves.
They want slaves. That's exactly what.
Yeah, they want slaves,
It's a
and
big 20% hit for
they
them.
want one of their people on the council. Because currently,
that seems doable. Weren't we going to expand
we
the
could do
council
that.
next?
that is the next thing we're going to do. Yes,
We could find one of their people and throw them on the council and give them a
fine with
nugget.
if he's got a good one, if there's a good one.
But the big thing is that the vast majority of the population are spiritualists and they love us.
And
Literally,
that
the
will
only
not
thing is
change.
they're just going around. It's like, why haven't we moved things with our brains yet? And we're like, I don't know. I'm trying. Okay.
A sensor malfunction on the Corona of that. However, it's still there after rebooting. A closer look is warranted.
We'll have. What's her
We
name?
will be looking at this planet
We'll have
or
Tabitha
this star
go over and
system.
look at everything. Tabitha's the looker.
Which
What's his name
she's
is the
doing this
pre-looker.
thing
She's
over
the
here.
thorough looker. She's the investigator.
Mhm.
She's got long life. She's gonna live 140 years if she doesn't get blown up in some fucking hellhole somewhere.
New archaeological dig site.
Strange asteroid.
Seemingly unremarkable at first,
artificial
closer examination
construct.
has revealed it's actually an artificial construct.
Oh,
Look at how big our galactic empire
this
is.
is a very busy place.
It's only been 9 years. No, it's been 11 years. Excuse me. Almost 12.
There's always more. There's always more.
Special project.
Science
More
Officer
time
Tabitha
has
has managed to partially translate. It has. To partially translate the alien mural discovered on Sirius 3, the text contains a staggering amount of data, and the mural evidently serves as some sort of low-tech library. It describes in broad terms the collective technological knowledge of an alien civilization that dominated this region of the galaxy some 80 million years ago. A lot of it is already known to us, but the data does contain several promising leads for technologies we had yet to consider. There is enough data here to keep our scientists busy for decades, but we will need an orbital research facility to continue the translation efforts. So that planet will now make us a lot of research
Nice.
from one station.
8 million years ago.
Go look at this.
Still haven't found anyone who's, an actual people
Kick
yet.
'em.
So far, we're pretty certain that we're the only people around.
I mean, we are definitely.
We've checked. At this point, we've looked at a lot of places, okay, and we've not found
Haven't
nothing
found
except
anybody
for monkeys.
yet.
We found some fucking
We've got some.
monkeys.
We've got some pets.
To a new world.
We really do need fucking Chef Boyardee factories.
That's what this planet's going to be. And we haven't had anything stop us here yet.
Is that world just ours? I don't trust it.
It,
I don't
it
believe
might be,
I think
actually.
it's just ours.
What'll likely happen is whenever we colonize it, there'll be some fucking droid that lives there and is like, this is a garden, so don't fucking do shit here, okay?
And then we spit at him and continue.
We
our
spit at him,
way.
and then he calls mom, and then there's this huge fucking spiritualist fanatic empire. And they believe in a different god than we believe in, and they don't like how we don't believe in their god.
Be district upkeep.
But we're correct.
Do we want build speed or upkeep reduction?
We should get build speed because we were
build
about to
speed.
research a tech that was going to give us build speed, and those together would be delicious.
We have SCTs now. The Empress has leveled up again. Does she do more Sunday ass or more edicts?
I like being more fertile. I want more people.
More
More people means more specialists.
ass.
More specialists means more.
More people that the aliens will have to go through before they get to us.
More defense engineering.
Defense engineering. And the governor of Alba.
Do our
Annihilate
people
more
need
crime.
to be happier? Is
No.
that a problem?
Are they cool?
It would be our colonies that
happy are you?
might
They
need
become
it
cool?
more. I think they're fine.
I think she's the governor of our capital.
Yeah, but she also governs the sector.
She's got a lot of jobs.
The capital planet of a sector, which the sectors are right over here. The capital planet of the sector, if you have a governor there, then they govern the whole sector.
Yeah, I remember sectors now. Jesus.
Which we don't have to do super in-depth stuff with sectors, but theoretically you can make sectors like autonomous.
Yeah, I remember having to do that a lot. I remember having to do that a lot because your empire can get so fucking big.
It can.
Let's get some happiness, just because I feel like the happiness might take a tip since we're running out of Chef Boyardee for everyone. Chef Boyardee and TVs.
There will be a small crisis if we continue with a
One
big
small
deficit.
little crisis.
If we, I'm gonna buy some more consumer goods because we have the money. But if we sit at 0 for too long, then people will start being like, "Where's my Chef Boyardee?
Where's
Where
my
is
Chef
it?
Boyardee? Where's my
I'll
TV?
get it,
I'm
I'll
missing
get
the ball
it.
game. I'm missing the ball game."
You're doing that, and then you're gonna
She's
level
very
up.
close to leveling up.
And then she's gonna do this anomaly, and then she's gonna go over here.
Maybe she'll get something that'll make her live even longer, and she'll live to age 260, and then she'll live so long that she'll live long enough for us to get the immortality stuff.
One of the things that can happen, you can discover an anomaly that it takes them for a bit, and then they come back different.
Then,
There's
yeah.
a signal.
There's a
We're
faint
gonna
signal.
ignore it. This
I
is
wanna die. I
that's
wanna
not
die.
the man who looks at things. That's the lady, and she's got a lot on her job. Okay.
No, I want 5
Solar
ladies.
sailor.
He's not a looker.
We
okay?
discovered
He's
an
not a
abandoned solar
solar
sail
sailor.
ship in orbit around the planet that she was just looking at. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand
Why do
years
we
old.
live in a dead zone?
One of the
What's
massive
happening?
technology is outdated, but it does possess some interesting engineering design choices.
Just
And we have a lot of research.
growth speed.
Growth.
We can stack that on top of our fertility we're doing.
And we could use some more minerals. Yeah.
I love metals. I like taking hard candy.
And
putting it in
Tabitha.
things.
Tabitha leveled up. I don't really like
Ooh.
any of these for her.
Yeah, both
but
of those aren't great for her. What she is.
She could do roamer and look a little bit over here whenever we've, if we don't have anything else to do over this way, any anomalies or stuff.
I'd rather have she had perfectionist if she was going to look at things.
That's fair. And you're doing another research thing over here. Yeah, we have to look at the anomaly here first. Scanners indicate an unusually high level of symmetry on the planet's surface.
What's that fucking mean?
One half of the planet looks like the other half of the planet.
Well, how does that happen?
That's a good question.
I'd sure like to know.
Cognat, more anomaly discoveries.
I want want a fleet of 30 scientists who can
Okay.
all look at this all at the same time.
This one has a choice. The discarded cargo pod was left by someone in the upper atmosphere of Europa Universalis III long ago. It has somehow escaped the notice of the other spacefarers, and its decaying orbit means it would have been lost in the gas giant's crushing atmosphere within another few years. When the crew of the Kagul the Righteous unsealed the pod, they found a stash of alien jewelry made out of precious metals. We can either get more alloys, get energy out of it, society research, or that's minor artifacts. They are useful for things later, but we don't have to use them at all. That's kind of the thing with those.
I study their construction personally.
That is more research, and I do like research.
I love research.
I like knowing about things. There's a lot of shit happening around us this whole time, and we didn't know.
Okay, Sanctum of Dag, you need things to do. So how about I buy some minerals so we can have you do things? Because there are people here who are unemployed and homeless, and that's a bad combination. And
They want bread or else.
Stop it. We'll get you bread. Just chill.
What's our do they still have like the resource caps to things?
Resource
like,
caps?
Like mineral caps and all that?
Oh, yeah. But we're nowhere near hitting it right now.
We're going to have to find a world that's going to be our fucking storage world.
Yeah. I like doing it on any of the raw resource worlds. We probably won't do it on Causantia, just because we'll be prioritizing more agricultural stuff. But if we do a mining world, or a generator world, we'll probably do it on one of those. You built that thing there.
I don't want to live on a mining world.
You're not doing anything, but you're still
the whole
looking
planet
at
that's
stuff.
West Virginia.
Mm-hmm. We have discovered a higher purpose.
We have a higher purpose.
And now we expand the council.
We have to expand the council. We have to put an authoritarian possibly on the council to make them shush.
We discovered another anomaly over there. Go toward this black hole up here.
There's a black hole
I
up
want
there.
to touch that.
It could be full of villainy, and I love that.
It could.
I love villainy.
They tend to have real names. Like
yeah,
that's why I want to look at it.
Like Malberg's Maw and shit like that.
It will whisper.
I
Go
want to
do
hear
this.
the whisper.
You go here, build this thing. And I'm just going to go ahead and start building some of our fleet some more.
Having some defense ships would be good.
We have
a lot of dead people thus far.
We have plenty of alloys, so we'll just make
Like
them.
I said, we've discovered that we live in a dead zone where people go to die.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know what that's all
planet
about.
has its thing, so we'll start you building that. We need that. We need it pretty bad. And we'll do civilian industries here next.
So exciting. It's been 14 years, almost 15.
The spirits have granted us
And the number of Albans has increased by billions.
Many, many times over. The Alban population has tripled in the past, like 14 years.
I like physics research.
I
This
love
would be
physics
shields on
research.
our ships, and this is
All of those.
this would be the thing that makes all of the generator districts on our planets generate more energy credits.
I want quantum theory because it's
Yeah.
pretty cheap.
And it also starts the espionage stuff. Allows us to encrypt our things. And you're going over here to build this.
Broadcasting everything to everybody.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
Fucking regular old radios.
Mm-hmm.
We send out carrier pigeons.
Ding. I love points. I love
City
points.
districts provide +1 housing or building and district upkeep.
How much are we losing in the upkeep regards? Is our chef boy RD going to that?
I don't. That's for jobs, I believe. I believe districts use only minerals and energy credits.
So the upkeep reduction for buildings right now won't do much for us.
No, but it
planet
would
it's
unlock
talking to us.
these things.
Don't worry about it.
We'll get to it.
Really, I'm worried.
We will
about
get
We're
to
looking
it.
at something else, okay? We're looking at something else.
We're
Well,
looking
there's
at
a
the
planet talking to
economy.
me.
We're looking at the economy. This would reduce.
From jobs, yeah, we should get that.
Yeah.
That's it. That seems to be what's crushing us at the moment.
Strange magnetic waves, quite unlike anything we've seen so far, almost as if it's trying to communicate with us. It is only logical to investigate this unusual phenomenon.
Yeah,
we
we'll
may
do it
have just... Yeah, we will do it later.
That's not
But,
even his job.
That's around a neutron
Look
star.
at that. Look at
A
that.
neutron
That's
star is
bullshit.
just like, I want to speak to you.
Oh, robots.
Oh.
Rudimentary robots.
This is on the Gaia world. The crew of the Kagul the Righteous discovered the ruins of an early space-age civilization. Though no living members of the civilization remain, the planet is still inhabited by rudimentary robots they constructed. These robots still go about their tasks, tirelessly repairing the crumbling infrastructure of the long-dead makers. Any future colonists may be able to make use of this ancient robotic workforce. If nothing else, they've certainly proven themselves resilient. We will be getting rid of them. We will be turning them to scrap.
Them and we'll deconstruct them.
Because they are soulless machines, and God
Spiritualists
demands.
don't like robots in Stellaris.
I see.
Yeah.
But
So
we
that's
will be
not something we'll
colonizing.
doing.
It does seem as though we can colonize with impunity. And this is a perfect world.
What's the name of this
I think-
perfect 100% world?
This should be New Deloria, or however we want to say new.
I always like Nova Deloria.
I would be fine with Nova Deloria.
N-U-A-G-H.
There you go.
N-U-A-G-H.
No.
No Deloria. You could put a hyphen there. We like hyphens.
Hyphens are good.
What if we did an apostrophe?
There you go.
No Deloria.
It just rolls off the
Our
tongues.
people.
This could be a really, or what do they do?
It's got the
oh,
big
it's
energy.
real good at
Oh,
food.
it's lush.
It's good at food, but look at how many energy slots it has.
Does have a lot of energy slots.
Maybe it does food and
Beautiful.
energy, you know?
I mean, realistically, we
Maybe it does
haven't
everything.
we
except
haven't
mining.
done any. We haven't actually built anything on Causantia, so we
Why not
could
pick up
just
and
have
move?
this as our food world.
Yeah.
Well, what's Constantia even doing then?
Um,
Constantia has the fucking the food puddles.
they do have the food puddles, but we could make them a military planet.
We're wanting to do that with that other system to the west.
This one?
Fucking little bastards, fucking paradise.
What we want to do here is build up the industrial districts. We will need some of these slots open, so we'll be using city districts. But honestly, it's not a good spot for a fortress world. They give energy credits here. So what I'm thinking of right now.
Money world in the future, especially once we make the bad weather not so bad.
I don't know if we actually want to get rid of that.
It's a yellow, so normally what I remember was the yellow ones. It's like you get rid of the negative thing but keep the positive.
Maybe. What I do know is, or what I was thinking, the strongholds here, they give soldier jobs, and when you upgrade them, they make a fortress, and fortresses have FTL inhibitors on any ship that passes through. So you want a fortress world and a choke point, because then they have to get through that world before they can go into the rest of the Empire. But it's not like it doesn't give benefits, because if you just have it on a world, it does increase your fleet or your naval capacity. So you can just have more ships. So it's not bad to just have. But I don't know if I would want to specialize this planet in it when there's so much other stuff that we can put here.
Good shit here.
We definitely want to max out the generator districts, but I think we want to focus more on the industrial stuff after that. But right now, we're still trying to not bottom out on our consumer goods.
I think fucking New Deloria can be a little bit of everything because it has a huge population sector too. I have up to like
Yep.
20 already, and it's got good everything except for mining.
Mm-hmm. Which we don't
So
need
we
them
just,
to be good at mining.
So we won't drill the beautiful world we found.
What are you doing? You're researching another anomaly here? Oh, is there... Oh, no, there's not another anomaly here. The political frontier... okay, so in Little Bastard's Paradise, the people there are thinking, since we're not like one of the home systems, maybe we can...
Bastards.
Maybe we can have different ideas.
I was suggesting that that's where we sent the little bastards at, and that seems to be what's happened.
We could tell them to shut the fuck up. That would reduce the unity that they generate, and it would cost us a little bit of unity to do. But it would increase the governing ethics attraction, so they would become more spiritualist.
What's the other option?
They are more likely to go away from whatever our governing ethic is, which is spiritualism, I believe. So they would most likely...
Our governing ethics is spiritualism and authoritarianism, isn't it? It's both, isn't it?
I think only one of them is considered to be the ruling one, because it's whoever is in charge, and she's a spiritualist.
Okay. She's already 62.
She's getting older.
They will live forever.
Do we tell them to shut up?
I think we should tell them to shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. It also gives stability, so that helps. The color of science! The cause of the solar radiation resonance observed around the corona of Upfarvis turned out to be an unusual crystal formation capable of enduring the heat. Having brought the crystal aboard, our scientists were startled to realize that the strange resonance was reproducible. First, they exposed the crystal to the same solar radiation from Upfarvis, producing an identical result to the initially recorded phenomenon. It also seemed to create resonances with all energy waves we sent through it, forming new colors and sounds never before observed by Albans. Such frequencies could change the way we view the universe. Alternatively, we can develop research applications for a crystalline structure capable of surviving the intense heat of a star. So we can either get a lot of physics research and 50 years of monthly unity out of it, or we can use it to research the next tier of
discover
lasers.
Blue lasers. I like the first one, personally.
I like the first one.
We'll get
I
blue
like the
lasers,
idea of
I'm
it.
sure.
I like that. I love unity.
7 physics research out of that system now.
I am going to go ahead and upgrade the star base here. Just because it's sitting on our frontier and it's in a choke point and we haven't seen anything over this way. So, better safe than sorry.
We're alone in the universe.
We are alone. During the survey of Aklinda 5, the Hempest the Fearless discovered several exotic gases previously unknown to us. These gases have a variety of different uses, particularly in the operation of advanced energy-based weaponry and force fields. So the exotic gases are used in lasers and the upgraded research facilities. So we will need them. And this place, we can just harvest them. Lasers are really good. Our glorious leader, she is serene. She has not seen war, so she's like, why do we need it?
She's like, she just said, we're alone in the universe. We're alone in the universe.
Yeah. I've only found dead people and
I'm
monkeys.
gonna lean back and slowly lower grapes into my mouth, is what she said.
Let's build one of these. We need more civilian, or more consumer goods.
We need more consumer goods. We need temples. We need the monuments because we need more unity so we can get our perks quicker.
We could give her Eye for Talent. That would make all of our leaders gain 5% more experience.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
I like it. Fuck it. You build stuff. You go this way.
I want to look at that black hole.
You look at this
We start moving
anomaly.
so fast later on from point to point.
Oh, yeah.
Like right now, it's taking us so long to get to a very short period of distance, really. It's like, but later on, we'll just like bam, 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 bam through things.
Abandoned Gateway.
A gateway.
Near Protima's black hole. This is an L cluster one. Even more intriguing, the gateway was built by microscopic nanites of an unknown origin. Although the gateway emits a faint power signature, it has been deliberately locked into some kind of maintenance loop that prevents its activation. Until we find some way of aborting this process, the L cluster will remain beyond our reach. So, the thing about the L cluster, and don't mind me, I'm just looking at things.
I'm just scanning the galaxy is all.
I think it's
We're
this
pretty
down
big,
here.
actually.
I think it's this down here. So it's outside of the galaxy proper, and it has a lot of really good planets and a lot of the nanites resources. It's one of the only places you can actually get the nanites as a resource. But once you unlock the gate, the first people to travel through it, that's the place where the nanites realize they can get out to. So that is
escape and eat fucking Alba.
That is a thing we
we'll get
have
Grey
to keep
Good.
in mind.
We'll get Grey Good.
It is a Grey Goo, and it is not easy to defeat unless we are in the mid to late game. So got to keep that in mind.
Okay.
Little Bastard's Paradise. They have found a weird factory.
Why are all the civilizations dead? What happened?
I don't know. Great filter.
Think
I
about
guess.
it.
I'm
being
thinking
so-
about a lot of things.
You're being so conscious.
So now there's a weirdo factory, and
Weird factory that
we're
produces.
gonna put somebody in there. Somebody's in there now. The ISS Kakula Righteous crew has succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual pattern of interference in the Penosta system. The signal is a song, a complex sonification of an advanced mathematical equation to be precise, and one that Science Officer Tabitha cannot seem to get out of her head. Who or what may have composed the song remains unknown, though its complexity infers an incredible level of technological sophistication regarding subspace harmonics. The signal's geodesics suggest a point of origin from outside our galaxy.
We heard a sound from outside our
Curious.
galaxy and it filled us with knowledge.
I want to hear more.
So we discovered the black hole and it was evil, because of course it was.
I'm just going to have him auto go places.
Well, his auto going of places meant that he wasn't going to go anywhere near the places next to him, and he wants to go through our systems a lot.
Yeah, they love
Why don't
doing
you?
that.
Why don't you go around there and look at all those new ones?
I never auto people; they're always stupid in games. You can shift click them, surely.
I can do it. It's just, it takes so much time.
You can make him be busy for the next 20 years.
You start building over here. We're going to build a starbase here because it's a nice junction point. But more important than that, it is a place where they will potentially be able to spill from later. So
We don't want any spillage.
No. Odd factor.
the crew we assigned to work at the Odd Factory and Little Bastard's Paradise has disappeared. We can send some more in there, or we can burn it down.
Well, obviously we should
I
send more
want to
in
look
there.
at it more.
It still suits our needs.
Our extra population there has just disappeared.
Millions of people that we sent in there. The mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown mammalian species have been found drifting in high orbit over Penosta 4. The being is dressed in what appears to be a flight suit, complete with a helmet and maybe a fighter pilot that ejected in some ancient battle only to be forgotten and left behind. Our study of the course has provided some interesting data.
A lot of dead people.
A lot of dead people. Look up here, I guess. Because I don't really want you doing anything that's close by. And I want to see what's here. Because I want to build a base here, too.
We gotta research.
We do. We have
How many
two
blockers
ocean
do we have
planets.
on? On like little Bastard's Paradise. Well, no, that's Little Bastard's Paradise and all that. How many
There's
blockers
two
do we
of them
have on?
here, and I think there's one or two on Sanctum of Dag, maybe? Well, there's none on Sanctum of Dag. We can just get rid of these, though. So yeah, it would let us do Little Bastard's Paradise, which will clear out the generator districts.
Construction complete. The spirits have granted us.
Did I not? Did we not do a name for this one?
Which one?
The Gaia world?
Yeah, it was New Deloria.
Mm-hmm. It was new spelled funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it already has a planned colony. So where is it? Oh, we're still building the other ships first. That's right. And then the mining facilities. We can do either worker pop resource, so the farmers, or all of the low class people are considered workers. So it
A
would
5%
increase
increase to the low
by
class
5%.
might be really delicious.
Or we can do a 10% increase to mining stations. Either one would be good.
I like powered exoskeletons. I know that goes to some cool shit later on.
Mm-hmm. A second group of individuals has gone missing after working at the
damn
odd
it.
factory. Fortunately, one of the workers was able to leave a recording behind, revealing that there are traps capturing unsuspecting workers. Millions of people are going in here, and they're dying to these traps.
Is this colony like empty at this point?
No, people are still like going to the colony from other places too.
Huh.
So they are at the number that they
People will get
started
used to
with.
it.
So
They'll
yeah.
get used to it.
Or we can invest in securing the location.
I mean, it seems
I
reasonable.
suppose we could secure it and just tell them to get used to it. You know, the traps will get sprung eventually.
You'll spring them all, or you'll learn where they're at, and you won't spring them.
So get used to it. It does reduce our habitability, so that will
Our
mean more
habitability is
consumer
already
goods.
60%, so I guess we should secure it.
Pretty sure.
We just can't build nothing here for a while, for a number of years.
Which is more or less fine. We really just need people to come back to the planet because they're disappearing.
We tell them, it's like, we know that Little Bastard's Paradise is full of people disappearing, but, you know, get over it.
Mm-hmm.
Blocker cleared.
Hmm.
Anomaly found.
Leave for
Big
now.
footprint.
It was irregular patterns of movement have been detected within the dense tropical undergrowth.
Mm.
It's a tropical world, though, so it is habitable.
Yeah, we'll turn that into a big fortress.
This
Because
would
it
be a
links
good
to
spot for a
another-
fortress world.
I think it links to another arm as well.
Yeah, it goes south into here, and this one is through our arm. Debris field, part of which roils and swirls under the influence of unknown forces. Always good.
I
What
love
does that
unknown
mean?
forces.
Don't worry
We'll
about
figure
it.
it out later. It's too high level right now, okay?
Damn it.
A vessel of some kind has crashed into the surface of this asteroid. Wreckage from the craft can still be found within the impact crater. Leave it for now.
She should research that. That was a tier 1, and she's our fucking looker
That was a tier 3.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh. It said it was routine, so I thought it was a tier 1.
It was routine because it's her level.
She is our looker at her.
So what you're seeing right here is the extent of a sector. Sectors extend out 4 hyperlane spaces away from the capital of the sector. So this would technically be in its own sector if we were to settle something around it. So if there's another planet in the general vicinity, it would be good to have that as the capital sector.
System survey complete.
Sectors were something that the players just made happen
Mm-hmm.
back in the old days.
You go over here and build that outpost. We're going to colonize this, and it's going to be a fortress world.
System survey complete.
Enigmatic energy readings surround Kazan 4 as though the entire planet is wavering in and out of existence.
That sounds like a biggie.
We'll look at it
Like, oh,
later.
this planet's fucking going in and out of existence. It's weird.
There's another Gaia world.
Another
over
Gaia
there.
world. That's just telling me that there's an evil nearby and we just haven't seen
What do
it
you
yet.
mean? What do you mean?
we got our colony
Gaia
ship
worlds
going
are super
over.
rare, and for us to see,
God gives us Gaia worlds.
for us to see multiple Gaia worlds so close to us tells me that it's gonna be bad.
It is very rare to see more than like one
It
in
is
like a whole arm of the
extremely rare.
galaxy.
Oh, but they're like right next to each other.
I know, that's what tells me it's a trap.
We can either do the next level of laser or basic combat roles. That's the combat AI for our ships.
I kind of want to. I kind of want to do money simply because we don't need blue lasers yet, and the specialized combat thing's a 3,000 tech, so I'd rather do the money.
Sure, that's fair. Which one do we want? Upkeep from jobs or specialist pop out?
I think the jobs were consuming. Wasn't jobs consuming a lot of resources from us?
The consumer goods are being used by jobs, yes.
We should absolutely do that.
So that should help that a bit when the month rolls over. It helped a little bit. But
It
on
made
the
bleeding, it reduced the bleeding.
Mm-hmm. On the larger scale, it will help. And you're not doing anything now. We need to wait for a ship to build an outpost here before we can do the anomaly research. Or, oh, no, I thought you had to. Never mind. We'll look at things.
You can do all those lower tier stuff. Then she maybe will level up again. It'll be delicious.
Do that asteroid. And you go build here.
There's funny jewels over in Pensacola, Florida.
Anomaly found.
Said there's funny jewels over in Pensacola.
Did you see?
There's funny jewels at fucking Anaconda as well.
I see this one. Which? Oh, this
Oh,
one.
Pensacola.
I see it. I see it
Toxic
now.
terraforming candidate found.
Another toxic planet.
Construction complete.
Phased planet. Our newly acquired planet Kazon 4 in the Kazon system exhibits some incredible properties. Occluded by a strange envelope of what can only be described as psionic energy, Kazon 4 possesses a hitherto thought impossible number of superimposed quantum states per unit of space. Every 3 months, the number of states reaches a critical level, and Kazon 4 experiences a complete dimensional phase shift. Its particle fields rotating out of one dimension and into another. This rotation phases a shrouded world from another dimension into ours, only to phase back to a Gaia world at the end of the next period. If we wish to inhabit the glittering Gaia world, we'll have to devise a method of preventing Kazon 4 from shifting back into a shrouded world every 3 months.
Well, that would explain the Gaia world situation up there.
That's the catch. So now we gotta figure out how to
touch it.
Oh, that's a.
We've
oh,
met.
hello.
We've met people.
Oh, ew.
We not only have we met people, but they are
Fallen.
They are an empire.
They are way more advanced than us, and we're right on them. I see their border over there. We're like really pressing against them.
Where is it?
To the west.
Or no, this is our border.
What?
Okay, I thought that was them.
We can't
I
see
thought that-
theirs yet.
I thought the funny red there was them pressing against us.
Albans, how delightful! We hadn't expected to encounter you for another few centuries yet. Personally,
Xenophiles, thank God.
I thought you would wipe yourselves out long before leaving your gravity well, but I'm glad you've proven me wrong.
We almost did.
So the different fallen empires have different fanatic traits to them. We did draw the lucky straw with the fanatic xenophile.
We did.
But that
We could've
does
got,
mean
like fanatic xenophobes who are like, I think you should die.
one of the things that they will probably do to us later on is they'll send us a message and they'll be like, hey, you want to send us like 1 or 2 of your people?
They want to take our people so they can touch them and fucking put them in a zoo.
They will want to do that, and if you say no, they will not take it kindly.
Well, I'm sure we could find some stupid Sams around to throw them away.
We'll have to find all of our Gaels that we have and throw them into the aliens' hands.
Whatever we tell them, though, they won't really care, because that's just how they work.
They don't care because they're like, oh, that's funny.
So, respect my authority.
Respect my authority.
The news that we have encountered intelligent life for the first time has been received with mixed feelings by our populace. This confirms what we had long suspected. We are not alone in this galaxy. Each new alien species we encounter represents both an opportunity and a threat. We must be wary. These particular Xenos appear to have been active on the galactic stage for some time. Their empire is likely thousands of years old, and their technology is far ahead of our own. We should be careful when dealing with them. This changes everything. They're down here. So
Thank God, thank God.
We have space. We just picked up some of their fucking radio signals.
Okay.
I thought they were right next to
They're
us.
aliens.
We've discovered the first alien empire, and they're way more advanced than us.
Like way more advanced. Like our little fleet here, they have combat strength of 1,000. They are more than likely going to have like 5 or 6 fleets with a combat strength of like 30 to 40,000.
Oh.
They could easily wipe us out without even trying.
The U.S. military bombing apes.
Yes. Build
We
things.
will eventually become their peer.
So we won't be able to do this whole phasing thing for a while because
What's
that's
the
a
ethics of the,
level
the people
10.
we found, by the way? They're
Fanatic
always
Xenophile.
Like, do they have any fun? They had like oh, we can't see their civics.
Oh no.
They sometimes have fun civics like Empire and Decline and stuff like that because they're like whatever. And then if you look at the pre-FTL ones, that's whenever they have things like flat Earth theory and stuff like that as their civics.
Feudal hierarchy.
Yeah, another one is if you find Earth and they're in present day, if you look at their armies, it's like the Russian military, the United States military, the Chinese military, stuff like that. One entire Russian military equals like 2 army regiments, and like the Stellaris way of thinking.
A crashed ore freighter.
Ooh, delicious.
After identifying an anomaly in the gravity well of that asteroid, Coggle the Righteous has discovered the shattered wreckage of an ancient super freighter buried deep within the asteroid's crust. It must have carried a full load when it crashed, and the asteroid's mineral wealth has been revised accordingly. I love mineral
wealth. We can mine it for centuries. One empire's worth of minerals were being transited from one place to another, and it crashed.
Why did they crash?
I don't know.
Who cares?
We were talking about loads of people being dead. Now we know that there's a whole other empire next to us that are like that have been around for thousands and thousands of years.
I'm gonna have her go out
knows what
and
history
research
they
a little
know.
bit more, look for some more stuff so she can level up. Because we can't colonize the planet here until we research this, and we need time.
Gotta get her to level 4. How old is she?
She
What is your
is
age?
46.
She'll probably live to at least 120 at this rate.
She's got time. Oh wait, is that what this is? What's the anomaly? I guess the anomaly itself is different from the special project.
It's a level 10.
Yeah.
We'll do
Yeah,
that
it is.
later. That's a later.
But the the special
A
project
lot of later.
doesn't require a specific level, so we can still do this. But it does
Just
make
think
me
about
wonder what the actual other thing is that it can do.
System survey complete.
There might be more going on with that fucking Gaia world. It'll
Maybe.
be even weirder.
That is more than possible.
When Kawat has a habitable world,
It's
now
got
at
another
that point-
fucking Gaia world. What the fuck is going on?
This is so
weird.
bizarre.
This is
I'm
weird.
so afraid. I'm so afraid.
This is actually weird.
God looks upon us.
There's usually you'll find like one
I mean,
somewhere randomly.
I'm fine with it, I guess.
We're blessed. We are blessed.
I am fine with it, I guess. It's just,
You doubt
it's
God?
weird.
Do you doubt God?
I have doubt.
I have doubt.
Thomas.
Scared. Terraforming candidate discovered.
Yay! It's
Yay,
theoretically
Detroit.
possible, but we don't possess the technology yet.
We will.
Eventually.
Anomaly found.
Anomaly
Tabitha's found
found.
an anomaly.
A small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress responder?
We will ignore it for 3 decades.
God damn it.
Oh, she can research it once we finish up here. We
It's
need
been
her to level up.
21 years. We have some alloys in space.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious. We're now actually starting to make enough minerals that we can just build stuff as soon as we discover it.
We're getting to the point where our people need jobs. So our home planet...
Go to work.
Our home planet, what do we want them to focus on? Shall we make them live in luxury?
I mean, I kind of like the idea of them having a little bit of everything, you know, because it's the home world, but...
If we want to, we can put a stronghold here. It wouldn't... The only thing it would do is help us. It would give more defensive armies, more naval capacity.
Because I would like more of...
more unity.
Unity, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would like a monument. Stronghold I wouldn't say no to, simply because it's the capital, so, you know.
Yeah.
That is an Alban policy, that Deloria is not to fall to the enemy. Like, our space citadel in Denmark is turning into, like, a massive, like, fucking interstellar defense network.
Mm-hmm. We gotta decide what to do with Calsantia.
I like the idea of it being an agricultural world. I was fine with that.
We can do it as an agricultural world, but then it wouldn't be worthwhile for us to make this one an agricultural world.
It's got plenty of energy sectors and stuff to it as well. It's just if we did a little bit of we could make that world be self-sufficient food-wise with its bonuses, you know?
Yeah, I suppose. It's just not necessarily difficult. We can do it. It's not an issue. We mostly just need people to have jobs. Get rid of some of that dense jungle. And this one, Sanctum of Dag, you are researchers.
You are men of science.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Powered exoskeletons. Now these are all ship stuff, so more armor, faster and cheaper build speed for our ships, or faster ships.
We could probably start working on faster ships.
The afterburners are extra ship things. They're not the actual engines of the ships. They are an extra thing that makes the ship even
We could
faster.
redesign our science vessels to have afterburners.
The science vessels cannot be designed anymore.
Oh, really?
Damn
Yeah.
it.
God damn. That used to be something I did all the time, is I'd make them faster.
This is the ship design stuff. You can only do the actual military ships now.
Okay.
You can design the defense platforms now, though. So the actual star-based defense platforms, you can make them, and you can make multiple different types of them. So some of them have like missiles, and some have long-range giant beams, that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the afterburners would give them more combat evasion, so it would make them harder to hit.
Corvettes, and that's all we know right now. So that could be good. These are all of equal cost, so all of these are good. So it doesn't matter. Just one of these.
I'd just say faster and cheaper. Might as well be able to make more. They use a lot of alloys to make.
Another pre-sapiens. More monkeys have been found.
Oh,
Yep.
good.
On
More
Winkwort Artem. This is the Gaia world. It's a near-perfect environment for the evolution of life. Its bountiful natural resources are a fertile home for a staggering variety of flora and fauna. Within this paradise, scientist Cognat has discovered a proto-society of intelligent lithoid creatures, one that could prove an excellent candidate for rapid evolution.
The rock people. Mm-hmm. We'll have to throw them in the gears.
Planetscape Garden. The entire world is unusually picturesque, suspiciously so, perhaps. What forces were at work to make this
Even
so?
our scientists are like, these fucking perfect worlds are weird.
Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine.
This game does have events I'll go off like 50 to 100 years after. Like, that shit can happen.
Mm-hmm. Small docking hatch leading to the interior of this asteroid is visible at the rim of a small crater on its surface. The hatch is likely concealed once, but it has since been exposed by micrometeorite impacts.
The hatch.
It's in there.
The faithful have claimed a new world.
Those do not look
Yep.
rudimentary.
On New Deloria, we'll need to deal with the ancient robots on its surface, who we presume were left behind Many of these antiquated automatons have responded to our presence, making repetitive queries in an alien language. We believe they are awaiting input. They do not appear to be sentient, and it is likely they lack higher reasoning functions. We could scrap them, get minerals.
We're gonna scrap them.
We should scrap them because we hate them. They have no soul.
No soul.
It did look like in that image they were going to mine us.
It did look like that, and I didn't like being threatened.
So they had to be scrapped. Alba is big.
Alba is big.
Right now, there could be
They've gotten very big.
there could be a galactic war going on somewhere right now. That could be happening.
This might be a precursor thing.
Cosantia appears to be crashed this. Oh,
I think this is a precursor thing.
I like. We're gonna find out Cosantia with some precursor homeworld, and it'd be delicious.
Huzzah! Gene clinics that makes us live longer.
Was another thing. That was another thing I like to put everywhere in the old days.
They also improve planet habitability.
Reduces administrative stuff. That's good. The habitability is also good. I like that. I like that.
It gives a lot of good stuff.
I think I want gene clinics on every world.
Gene clinics are good. They only use consumer goods. That's the only thing we have to keep in mind.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Field
I love it when
modulation.
spirits grant us wisdom.
Colony development or
Plus
global energy
50%.
management.
Plus 50% though.
Mm-hmm.
I want that.
It is really good, and we're colonizing a lot, it seems.
It could be like a year to colonize instead of like 3.
Mm-hmm. We are colonizing a lot. We gotta build more space, put more stuff here.
We need more consumer goods.
We do.
Desperately.
Anomaly found.
Anomaly found.
Weird. We'll leave it.
Weird.
Oh, that's weird. Mark it down. Move on.
That's weird.
System survey complete.
Okay, and you've
Have
finished
Tabitha look at whatever
surveying the
that is.
system. You can do both of these.
She's good at things. Perk.
Zith3. These are. We found a thing.
We found the Kappa aliens.
We have made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Zith3 system. For now, we have codenamed them Kappa aliens until we can find out more about them. If they possess a language, we must decipher it in order to establish communications.
Since the Fallen Empire contacted us, that means that they saw us in their scanners, and then they deciphered our language and communicated with us, by the way, is what that means.
Mm-hmm. They saw.
I was wondering why they were just talking.
They read our radios, and they were like, oh, hi. We'll assign one of you. And
Esther,
now
take care of it.
it'll take time.
Blocker cleared.
Who are you?
Complete.
I don't know where we would have seen them, though. Maybe they just popped in and left again.
Popped in and said, "Whoa, those are people," and they left.
This is our star system. Get out of it.
So
Wank
do that.
wart.
Anomaly found.
We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this planet. It might have been a glitch in our system, or it could be a sign of something more.
It's never a glitch in the system.
Mark it and move on.
The lady who looks will show up eventually.
I want more ladies that look.
I want our ladies who look to be very specialized at looking, you know?
So I will mention a thing they added relatively recently. A life pod, scorch marks. Presumably the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary target suggests it was built more than 5,000 years ago. A small picture was clutched in its claw of another individual of the same race, possibly a mate or revered leader.
It's either the mate or a leader, who I don't know.
Another
Other fucking
monkey.
monkeys. What the rock monkeys look like, by the way?
Yeah.
The rock monkeys, they would be here.
Rock monkey.
They look
what do
like
you
that.
Oh.
Ooh, rock monkey.
Rock
Their faces
monkey.
open up.
Oh, they have gardens and high quality minerals. This would be a
Can
really good
mine
mining
the
world.
race.
I think what you mean is that we have gardens.
Mhm.
What's the new monkeys look like?
New monkeys, they look like
They're monkeys.
They are
They
monkeys.
look like big monkeys.
they
This
are
is 90
starborn. Interesting.
24. There's 24 friends on this world that we can like 24 slots and 95 fucking habitability. It's beautiful.
Sea of consciousness.
The galaxy was meant for
Oh,
us.
this is a huge good fucking research
Sea of
world.
consciousness.
It,
Water make people love.
the water is
It
alive.
is alive. Thoughts, visions, and impulses like soft songs dance in the minds of organic beings who come into contact with it.
The
Put your
ocean
head
is
underwater
alive.
and you can hear the
Hear
planet.
the song.
Well, we'll live there.
We'll touch that.
Oh, we did the
Done the
habitable, world survey.
survey. We got a lot of society research.
We sure did.
We've discovered a lot about the world.
There are a lot of habitable worlds around us.
Yeah.
The Alban population has expanded like fivefold in 20
Yeah,
years.
it was 18 at the start. In 23 years, it went from 18 to 60.
Assuming that 18 is roughly 9 billion, I'll just say that each population is roughly a half billion.
Mm-hmm.
So we've reached 30 billion. Still
It's very commonplace
surveying.
for our families to have fucking 6+ kids
Mm-hmm.
because of our demands for fertility.
Anomaly found.
We've detected life signs from somewhere beneath the barren, lifeless surface of the moon. What manner of organism could possibly live here? We'll find out
Looks
later.
we'll get to it eventually.
Derelict shipyard. A large portion of the asteroid has been hollowed out to allow for the construction of some kind of shipyard. It's been abandoned and exposed to the vacuum of space for centuries. If anything useful remained, it's likely already been looted by previous explorers. The design of the shipyard itself is unique, however, and much could potentially be learned by its study. We can research it.
We probably need to send her all the way on the other side of the Empire and have her try to get some of these low-level things that what's his name has been leaving behind.
Yeah. Fuck. It's just so far.
She'll get there eventually.
Do this one.
Can you only have one person?
No, theoretically we could have 3 people working at the moment, but one of them is currently our heir, and it is possible while you're doing this stuff that you don't come back. So.
Yeah, our heir could be sent into a fucking hole and then come back and be a tentacle freak.
So could you not get another one going?
We can have
There's a
up to
cap.
3 scientists at the moment.
Oh, so you hit... Okay.
Yeah. We can go over that, but then it costs unity over that.
Yeah.
We need that for perks.
Mhm.
How we ascend.
We could colonize Winkwort. Oh, do we want Winkwort or Abrez? Abrez looks like it's also... Either one of these would be a choke point. So,
Both.
or both. But one of them should be a fortress world. If we...
Abrez looks like a good fortress.
Abrez does look like a good fortress. Let's colonize this one. Oh yeah, they have an anomaly. What was the anomaly again?
You must
Tier
touch.
Picturesque. They look too perfect. Now we gotta expand the council.
We gotta get an authoritarian on the council, probably.
Do we want a prime herald or a minister of ascension?
Minister of Ascension seems really good, seeing as how the plus 2% extra unity going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of them are authoritarians.
Well, they fucked it now, didn't they?
Stupid.
So how about you?
You'll live nice and long.
Welcome, new minister of ascension.
Come in, come in.
I think he's going to be the governor for this new sector up here. Oh, we need an agenda. Superior colonies, because we're about to colonize more.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That sounds cool.
And what about edicts? We don't have any extra edicts yet.
But
I
if
feel
we
like
get
this
access to them,
list
that'd be
is...
great.
I feel like this list has gotten longer, but I can't tell what happened. I think it was land appropriation. Whether or not newly acquired planets should have some of their land appropriated from non-citizen species. Yes. If you are not Alban, you do not deserve Alban land.
Mm-hmm. That's the way of things.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
You've done your thing there. Build a starbase here. You go this way.
Delicious surveys.
And
There's a bunch of
can't colonize yet.
there's a bunch of worlds just east of the capital that haven't been looked at yet still as well.
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll have her look over there. I want to look at this planet here, because it will be a good fortress world. But
She's close to leveling up.
she just needs to do it.
Maybe she'll get a fucking percentage to be good at fucking looking at things upgrade, you know?
I guess. We'll do 2 of these. 2 of these. Clear.
It's been
any
24
blockers.
years.
We've done a lot in 24 years.
Oh. Here's a...
We're in the stage of the game where everything's
of
moving
stuff.
slowly, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Later on, we'll go clear across the Empire in like a fucking month.
Later on, we'll have wars to deal with.
There's something over in Ringen. Look at all that. I think that's the edge of an enemy empire.
What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that?
Where?
The Galactic
Oh,
West.
this? It
There's
could be.
an eye, and there's a bunch of planets, and I don't like it.
The eye means there is a... there is somebody who lives here.
What's the enemy? It's the enemy.
There is an enemy here.
We should decipher their communication.
We're working
really
on
should
it.
do that.
We are doing that at this very moment.
Fucking get to it, people.
Where is it? Is it situation log?
I need to know what's going on with that. The Kappa
Yeah.
aliens.
Yeah, we're doing it. We are
72
working on it.
days.
It just takes time.
I want to discover their communications before they discover our communications. Damn it.
Yes.
We'll go ahead and upgrade this. And
We need to build a big wall.
upgrade this. We have the alloys for it, so no reason not to.
Construction complete.
First contact event. The aliens we refer to as Kappa aliens seem to have laid claim to the Ridgeon system. With at least one large starbase in orbit around the primary star, we have not seen any evidence of planetary bastions and do not yet know whether these beings are favored by the spirits or depraved servants of darkness. We should do what we can to decipher their language. Keep at it. This doesn't mean anything. This doesn't necessarily mean that's what they'll look like.
Anomaly
Cipher them.
An exquisite number of impact craters. Weird.
Exquisite. We'll get to
Upgrade
it.
this one.
She who looks just got to do her job.
She's doing a thing right now. Hopefully that'll level her up. But I feel like it won't.
Researching anomalies does give you a bunch of experience. It's delicious.
And we must move this way. I'm hoping there's... It would be best case scenario if this just like
Aliens.
was a pocket over here that we didn't have to deal with. But I feel like it's going to loop around and connect at some point.
We've discovered more aliens.
And
We're
we've
not
got
alone,
another
we're not alone
person.
At all. We're not alone at
Oh
all.
god, there's a lot. There's actually a lot.
Oh, they're right here. Good thing we're building a wall.
We need a bigger wall.
I think we should do planetary unification.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I like Unity.
It'll give us a little bit of extra unity. Gigantic skeleton. What was previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere of Bernard Star 5 have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. The bones have been dated at 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that Bernard Star 5 could have supported life on that scale at any point in the planet's history. Science officer Tabitha has prepared a special research project to delve further into the mystery.
updated.
Look at it.
Construction
It might have a funny, put a funny goddamn trait on the world or something, you know?
Yeah.
I love it when they put funny traits on worlds. We're losing a lot of consumer goods.
We're working on it. We will reduce the shield points. And while we're waiting, I want to look at things for a second. So it automatically it automatically generates a ship design. And right now we have kinetic guns and missile launchers, nuclear missiles, I might add. The lasers
Tier 1 missiles in Stellaris are nuclear missiles.
The lasers do one more base damage, but they do less damage to shields and more damage to the armor and hull of a ship, whereas the mass drivers do more damage to shields and less damage to the armor. So I think we should replace one of these at least with a laser.
I love energy weapons, just in general, and I use them heavily in Stellaris.
And it doesn't
In
look
Stellaris,
like
I like using energy weapons with missiles as my tactics.
But we don't have to have the missiles. The missiles penetrate shields. They don't care about shields at all.
That's why I did missiles with lasers. Was my preference. I also liked plasma cannons later on.
I would say that we should have specialized ships. Some that specialize in energy weapons and some that specialize in kinetic weapons. Because we'll get frigates. They're like a second tier ship, and they specialize in the missiles. So they'll be their own thing. But do we want to build the different models right now, or just retrofit the ones that we have to kind of all-around model?
I think we should do an all-around model for now. We don't have our military's not cool enough to be doing fucking special stuff yet.
We haven't even done any military.
We don't have the ship capacity. We don't have different classes, so we don't need to be worrying about special.
What we need to do is build more fortresses, and that gives us more stuff for it. But yeah, so yeah, we'll do that. We will turn off auto-generating designs, and
you have to change the thingy.
Yeah, do that and save. Overwrite design. We can have it auto-upgrade though, so whatever it has, it'll just automatically go to the next tier whenever one becomes available. But
I
it won't
always
change
did that stuff
things.
manual because I'm paranoid.
We can just do it manually, if you would prefer.
If you're fine with it being auto, that's okay.
I don't care
I
either
always did
way.
it- I always did it manual because I'm a paranoid bastard. And it'd be like, oh, where'd all my resources go? It's because everyone auto-upgraded and I wasn't ready for it.
The auto-upgrade, it only goes through whenever you actually send them back to a port to upgrade, so it won't just like automatically upgrade them. It'll only upgrade the design. So we'll leave that. And we don't need a reactor booster because you're fine on power. So you finish your construction. So now we're building defense modules onto our ship state, or onto our star bases. And I'm building disruption field generators to reduce their shield hit points. Although, actually, this is in a nebula. And nebulas, they block sensors from being able to see out into or out of the system. And they make it difficult for them to get out. But they don't reduce the shields. Neutron stars, I believe, they do reduce shields. No? Is it not this one? That's sublight speed.
Makes you slower.
One of these stars has the ability to like reduce the speed and stuff. Or reduce these shields.
Into the black hole.
Do you like it?
You'll be spaghettified.
I really like it.
It has a low hum if you hear it.
I know.
You'll be
I
spaghettified.
want to touch it.
You will have plenty of opportunity later, don't you worry.
It'll make you long.
It will.
I want to be along.
Construction.
You need, please.
You know, I went into a lot of black holes in my time in Outer Wilds.
Oh, yeah?
isn't so fun.
This is a factory. Oh no, yeah, it is this one. So yeah, it'll be fine. Whenever the new jobs come through, they'll automatically go to it. You can assign jobs to have more priority or less. Actually, I don't think you can do less priority, but you can assign jobs to have more priority. So, if there's a job that needs to be filled immediately, you can assign that to be filled first. Our continued studies of the massive skeletal remains on Bernard Star 5 have managed to shed some light on how the creature ended up on the planet. There are very faint residual energy readings that indicate some kind of dimensional portal existed briefly toward the rear of the skeleton. Science Officer Tabitha theorizes that the creature passed through the gateway from another dimension only to quickly perish in the hostile environment of Bernard Star 5. Why it did this and where it came from are questions that may never be answered.
Amazing.
I want them to be answered. I want them to be answered.
She's so close to leveling up. Is there any fun? Like trait on that planet in Bernard Star now? They sometimes get those.
No, it just gave us extra research and gave her extra experience.
I wonder what happened.
Never
She
know.
likely will level up after scanning. And then she'll go through the whole Empire and everything that's tier 4, she'll do it.
Thank God.
And then maybe they'll give her enough experience boost by doing that she'll become tier 5.
We can upgrade the coil gun.
That mineral purification, isn't that a thing that makes it to where like the percentage goes up?
The mining jobs, it increases the output from them by 1.
Okay. It's just these buildings did other things in the past, you know.
They used to do percentage increases, yeah.
Yeah, like increase the percentage increase of all the mineral. That's confusing to me.
Now it just says a flat number.
Do we don't have a mining world yet? We were talking
Not
about
yet.
making one though.
I think
We could get
one
some
of
mineral
these,
purification.
I think it was this planet here. They have good minerals.
They have good minerals and they have a lot of mine slots. So maybe we should get that, and by the time we fucking colonize that, we'll turn it. We will annihilate that world with smog.
I'd be fine with that.
4 aliens are in Abrez, by the way. They've come in. They're taking our
I
jobs.
see it. The
They're
treachery
taking
of the
ours.
Kappa aliens over
That's
here.
people in the
Coming
West
right
are
at us.
invading.
They're
They're
coming right
invading.
at us. They're coming right at us.
While some were worried at the incursion of unknown alien vessels into our space, it was not clear until now just how much of a threat the Kappa aliens posed. It seems they sent a covert force to intercept one of our cargo vessels in the Zephyri system. However, in a stroke of fortune, we had several warships concealed nearby that were able to arrive on the scene quickly. The enemy vessel was destroyed as it sought to escape, but its remains may yet yield some useful
Fucking
information.
dig through it.
Fuck
Dig.
them.
They don't like us. They don't like
good,
us.
I don't like them.
Red, we're
I
at
don't
war.
fucking
Oh
like
God,
them.
we're at war. We've had our 1st
We're-
interstellar war.
Oh.
We're not openly at war, but we
We
can
are
destroy their
red.
ships. Yes.
We need a new
Red.
perk. Where's the kill the enemy perk?
You mean? Oh, we can't get it yet.
Damn it.
We won't. It would be galactic force projection.
Where's the glass their worlds perk?
We can't have that yet.
God damn it. Interstellar Dominion?
Would we like
That would
Interstellar
let us.
Dominion? Our size has gotten big.
It would let us expand faster, but I would say
I also.
if we want more scientists, transcendent learning would be good.
I do. I would love more scientists.
What's shared destiny do again?
Gives us more envoys. We do use envoys for espionage as well.
I don't think it's important enough for us to be fucking putting our funny perks into that. We could have Imperial Prerogative. It is called Imperial Prerogative after all. How much of our empire size is being caused by planets? From pops, I guess colonies would be it, or would it be systems? What does planets mean?
I believe.
What is a planet?
I believe it would be colonies. Systems is the number of systems we actually have the fucking bases at.
So it would reduce our size by about 15 points if we got that. It'd reduce the cost of that by 50. By 50%.
Yeah.
And there's Grasp the Void, which also sounds fun.
I really love grasping the void.
Like shaking it.
It
one of
gives
my
us
favorite
plus
activities.
5-star bases.
Make us be able to fucking...
It gives us
speed our way
defense in
through
depth.
everything.
I like the idea of holy worlds. the consecrated worlds.
I'm
I
kind
don't know
of
if we
feeling
need it, but-
technological ascendancy myself.
The rare.
Love
Oh yeah, that is the rare
technology.
technology thing.
Plus
Yeah.
10% flat speed and also getting rare technologies more often is really good.
I do like that.
Technologies that would have been indistinguishable from magic mere generations ago are now within our reach.
Kind of like that.
We're gonna throw magic at them.
Magic.
I will find bigger stars.
I will find bigger stars for which to throw.
Spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Colony development speed.
Delicious. We can get research station output plus 10%. We have a lot of those.
And we do have a lot of those. This shows us all of our stations and stuff.
Got loads of those. That'd actually be a huge increase to our total research. Okay, if you hover over the little microscopes, will it tell you how much comes from research stations? Right there.
21 physics,
Stations 20.
5 from society, and 15 for engineering. So it would give us a lot of
Increase by
physics
about-
research and a lot of engineering, but not a lot of science.
It'd be a total of like 5 or 6 points worth.
Alternatively, we can make our ships bigger and better to prepare for war.
Let's get us some blue lasers.
If we're going to improve things, though, we do need the next level of reactors because the blue lasers are going to be more energy intensive than the red ones.
Let's get fusion reactors then.
Yeah.
We'll use the blue shadow virus on them.
Yeah. The Kappa aliens, after some initial successes in deducing the fundamentals of the language used by the Kappa aliens, our progress in establishing meaningful communications with them has stalled. It appears they speak in strange riddles.
God damn it.
It fucking mains the alien,
Fuckers.
somehow conveying meaning through short and seemingly nonsensical phrases. Oh, it's
Little
Tyler.
Jonathan Blow race.
It's Tyler.
Some shit.
We can only guess the significance.
Beanie, it's Beanie.
Oh,
Beanie Rosie!
the only thing we know about them is that they are hostile.
We don't like them. I'm gonna position our ships on their border
That'd be a good idea.
after I retrofit them.
Yeah.
More aliens!
More aliens.
Where are you in the
God.
Busim system? And we don't have the envoys to talk to them.
Abraz needs to be fucking industrialized. It needs to be
Yeah.
fortified. It needs a big, beautiful wall.
Where are my walls? I feel so exposed.
Everyone could just come in.
I feel like my ass is just hanging out the window.
We need more alloys now.
Our ships have been improved.
Our ships are
Our ships are
upgraded.
improved.
Good.
We'll send
Yeah, I
them
guess
over
that's
here.
good.
They are in. Oh, it takes them a year to get over there.
It takes us a year to fly from one end of the Empire to the other. We've gone back to the age of the sail.
God damn it. I thought we were past that. 8 aliens.
We're working on it.
Keep at it.
What do they look like?
We don't know yet.
I want to know.
When will Tabitha be leveled?
Soon.
She's
Very
right
soon.
there. She's right there. The bar is full. She has 5 more worlds to fucking scan on this system, I
God
think.
damn.
Because she has that plus 6 worlds in total to scan.
She leveled up.
up.
Hallelujah.
This is new to me. I don't know what this is.
At level 5 and 10, they have like special bonuses they can get. So this one is what we want. Survey speed, sensor range,
Discovery
anomaly,
chance.
discovery chance. Or no, she's the one who's going to be looking at things.
She's
This is the one we want.
That's
Look-
that
look
right there
better.
is
This is the
exactly what
one.
we want. Yes.
Yeah.
Look better.
She is she who looks.
She gets the magnifying glass.
And
So when
he's
she's
going
done
to get
scanning
the
with
other
that,
one.
when she's done scanning that system, she needs to fucking go through the whole Empire and everything that's her level or lower. She needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that this is alien.
Cleared.
Mm-hmm.
System survey complete.
You go that way.
The spirits have granted us new
The
wisdom.
spirits have granted us boon.
We could do naval capacity.
Spirit.
Oh, that's a big naval capacity increase.
Mm-hmm. Double the size of our navy.
Let's get that. I would like to double the Navy. I would like to do an Alban Imperial decree of double the Navy.
It would actually be pretty close to tripling it.
Mm-hmm.
Upgrade the factor, or the Little Bastard's Paradise.
Make them have actual cities and not just live in the wreckage of the old ship.
Mm-hmm. And then build some more industry. We need it.
Mm-hmm. We always need it. Smog up this world really good.
And then we need alloy foundries.
Our energy production is plummeted to nothing, by the way.
It's because we have things that are using it.
Oh, they're beetles.
The Ada aliens.
The
These
ones
were
in the north are
yeah.
isolationist beetles.
Well, that's you fucking stay up there.
Stay back.
What
So
about
we
the
have some-
Aleph aliens?
So we have some beetles up there.
Do this.
The first aliens that we met that weren't more advanced than us were fucking
This.
beetles.
And that. And then that.
You make sure she doesn't research that tier 10 thing.
It was a different thing. There's research anomalies and there's research projects.
Okay. Just I feel like I remember there was an anomaly there that was like level 10.
There is, but she's not doing the anomaly.
that
She's
one?
doing the project. Strange mountain range in the summer. Oh, we've
That
seen
might be
that before.
the giant skeleton again.
Strange goings on. We've received troubling reports of erratic behavior among some of our colonists on New Deloria. The behavior ranges from confusion to extreme agitation, and isolated cases of unexplained violence have been
Is there a
observed.
funny fog?
Affected citizens are difficult to communicate with, and as such are unable to provide sufficient reasoning behind their
We can't
actions.
have a catastrophe in New Deloria.
At this point, we're unable to identify a clear cause behind the behavior, whether it is biological, chemical, or otherwise. Our researchers strongly recommend launching a targeted scientific inquiry before
gotta
the
figure
situation
that shit
becomes
out.
urgent.
Okay, so let's look at what's happening to them. What negative did they just get from that? I'm sure it was devastating. No,
Nothing
it's fine,
yet,
it's
actually.
fine.
Oh.
Lies. They were lies.
They were lies. They lied to us.
Being lied to.
Oh, now it is. More colonists on New Deloria have succumbed to confusion and agitation, exhibiting the erratic behavior we first observed in isolated populations weeks ago. You told us about this like 2 days ago. A concerning number have also begun to display aggression and violent tendencies. Our scientists warn the situation is likely to continue to degrade until we're able to find a cause. That's good. That's good.
Worrying.
That's
Fix
good.
This. We need to fix this.
One thing I like about
Do
Paradox
it.
games
Do
is
it.
their one-word responses. They have worrying.
Worrying.
It's like,
Heathens are invading
We.
Oh!
invasion.
Oh, what?
The situation on New Deloria is spiraling out of control. The percentage of affected
Did they-
colonists
did they-
displaying
I
unexplained
think they
agitation.
rebelled.
Raise?
Outright skirmishes have broken out in our
the
settlements
army?
over. We don't
Where's
have
the army?
one.
Where's the army? Where's the army? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
We haven't made an army.
We have to raise an army. We have to retake the world.
We have
We've lost
not.
the world.
We have not made an army yet.
We have to
well,
we have
it's
to take
time.
the Minister of Defense, put him in charge of the army, and send the army to go fix this.
It's like, all right, I know you were dealing with Alba, like Alba level things, on Alba. You were dealing with doing countries. We need star systems taken.
What does the defense force over in New Deloria? It is New Deloria. They're gonna make a new empire.
Oh, they got
here,
nothing.
Enraged colonists.
They're literally just people.
We're gonna have to gun them down.
Okay, we get it.
Confusions.
They're gonna keep getting angry. We get it.
Things got bad fast there within the span of like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
situation log update.
Sublight
like
probes.
to know why.
Ooh, an event chain. Before we developed faster than light travel, several sublight exploration probes were dispatched from Alba at near relativistic speeds toward nearby systems.
Before we were cool.
The scientists who developed the probes naively included sensitive information about our culture in their memory cores as a form of greeting to alien civilizations. We
By
can't
the way,
have
Jordan, the
that.
flavor text for this is all very different depending on what your ethics are and everything.
Mhm.
Like they talk about naively, that stuff's gone if you're like a xenophile and stuff like that. All the flavor text changes depending on what your ethics are. Could you just make the Minister of Defense in charge of the army? He's got
He can't do both, but he can do it.
I mean, just tell him leave the Navy for a while. We're not at war at the moment.
True.
We can always just switch him back to the Navy
For now.
later.
Very, very true.
No need to spend Unity points on something
The
yet.
Ada aliens attempts have been in vain. While we were able to ascertain that they clearly form part of a technologically advanced alien civilization, further facts have proven elusive, as they seem to be going to considerable effort to prevent us and any other eavesdroppers from intercepting any signals from them. We have, therefore only managed to intercept small fragments of their language so far. However, from the glimpses we've gleaned, our linguists are confident that they will be able to decipher their communications if we can just acquire a greater sample size. A proposal has been drawn up for somewhat more aggressive information gathering. Some may call it hacking, but they will surely not take kindly to it if they detect it.
I want to know.
I need to know.
We must find their secrets.
I want to know about the Beatles. What if they're more advanced than us?
How
Rage virus.
Tragedy has struck the research team leading the charge in isolating the cause behind the erratic behavior on New Deloria. Despite extensive countermeasures, several members of the team began to display aggression typical of the condition, and in the ensuing chaos, several scientists were killed. There is, however, a silver lining. We've discovered that the cause behind this epidemic of erratic behavior is infectious, a contagion caused by an airborne virus that affects the fundamental neurology of its victims. The remaining team is scrambling to find a vaccine. Time is of the essence.
Exit.
Our researchers are fucking going mad now. I knew the Gaia worlds were not to be trusted.
It's
They are
fine.
not
We'll
to
get a
be
vaccine
trusted.
and then we'll be good. We'll be good.
There's no reason no one
This
was
was in
living
God's plan.
there.
This was in God's plan.
Okay, we can choose another one. I think we should do supremacy.
Supremacy. I was thinking the same
I want to
thing.
be supreme. I want to be supreme.
I heard that there were
Tired of not
foreigners
being
and they were pushing
supreme.
on my border, and I
The
didn't
next
like
council agenda we can do is military buildup.
it. Alba has not had to do that in space yet. Now it might be time.
It's
for Alba to do
clearly
that in
time.
space. We're now raising an army now, so you know.
I'm going to build a starbase here over New Deloria that will specialize in shipbuilding. Since it's relatively close to the center of our empire, it's behind two star bases that can defend it. So, I think it would be a good position. More energy credits or global energy management?
What does the capacity subsidies do and all that, and the energy grid do?
The capacity subsidies is an edict we can do. The cost of the technician jobs, which we don't have hardly any in our empire, goes up, but they make more energy.
What does the energy grid do?
It's like the mineral processing thing, but for
We
energy.
probably should get that. I think that'd be useful.
Seems reasonable.
This one would give us more energy from the starbase constructions.
It does, but
either one.
the other one's 1,000 cheaper.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot easier to get. And we were talking about making some. We were talking about making Little Bastard into a money world anyway. So, and we're gonna want to do that relatively soon because our money is falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
The Alban economy is, that's some would say, in ruins. As the raviolis and TVs are gone, and now we're out
It's
of double
fine.
A's.
We have money.
We don't have money. You just spent it, and we have no income.
It's
fine.
fine.
We had money.
We once had money.
You are a looker.
He's a looker. He looks.
Minister of Defense.
You do.
Um,
Minister.
This would be a good one as a counselor, since we're kind of just having him go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
that
you should
would
give him
be good.
strategist. We were giving him defense bonuses anyways because he's being a government man.
Mhm.
We just have him in charge of the military right now because we don't want to buy new guys.
Kappa aliens.
Kappa aliens.
They're a mercantile union. They're a fucking mega corporation. It became
They're a
clear
big-
that the
big
phrases they use are in references to significant, well-known events that happened at some point in their past. The meanings of these references are apparently generally recognized among their kind and can be a shorthand for expressing a sentiment or a state of affairs. Fortunately, it seems that this form of their
Oh,
speech
Pearl
is not...
Harbor.
It's not the only version of it, but merely the high speech used in official settings and between intellectuals. An altogether more comprehensible low speech vernacular is used in more informal settings, especially among the young and those of lesser intelligence. Unfortunately, it's considered gravely insulting to speak to one of high standing using the low speech, so that they must treat us as the intellectual equivalents of children in order to communicate with us. So...
I don't want to talk to them in low speech. That's beneath an Alban.
Mm-hmm.
Surely we can manage to speak their true language. Envoy Esthanir pauses, looking confused. We've gathered several phrases that they seem to begin their messages with. Which should we use to greet them?
Oh, shit.
Milus at rest. Zifolio, his sensory stalks listening. Better to play this safe. 1 second. Or better to play it safe.
No, we're not playing it safe.
If we use the correct greeting, they will be impressed, but the wrong one will likely cause offense.
I
Tree
like
stalks
Zifolio,
listening.
personally.
Zifolio.
Zifolio. As soon as the words were uttered, it was obvious that we had chosen poorly.
Goddamn.
The Caloctore held their silence for a long moment before we were beset by a barrage of harshly spoken phrases. Their intent is clearly hostile, even if their exact meaning remains unclear. It seems that in our attempt to impress the Caloctore, we only managed to insult them. On the positive side, at least we are able to communicate with them now, to some degree. They'll get over it. They are a trade league.
Well, they're pumpkins.
They're xenophobes and they're materialists.
They're xenophobic pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We need to abolish them.
We can say, fuck you die, and that will give us extra spy network build speed on them.
How much do they hate us already?
Can't quite tell from this screen.
Oh, it's
a
millions.
lot.
Oh,
It's
they
millions.
despise
We're going to
us.
war. We're going to war.
Okay.
And we don't know nothing about them.
Welcome then.
You will serve the Empress.
Whether you wish to or not.
So this one will let us build a spy network on them better. This one reduces their ability to build one on us.
Your spy network reduced on us.
Do
You
not
fucking
look at
horrible
me.
Bastard.
Do not stand in our way!
They're horrible.
Shall we begin building a spy network on them?
Suppose. I would like to know what their empire looks like. I want to know if I should be afraid of them.
Spy network.
Shall I feel fear?
They are horrible.
Spy network established.
Minister, shall I feel fear?
From this day forward, they too
you
will
tell me I
realize
should,
the
I
formative
will.
benefits of Alban-honed information control. So as time goes on, we'll build more intel with them, and we'll be able to see more of them.
We need to colonize the galactic northwest before the enemy does. The great enemy, the villain.
Once we've once we've looked at media, we'll send our looker over this way.
She who looks. She's busy.
The Empress has leveled up. She can either be an ambassador or advisor. I think we should do advisor because we don't care much about trust.
I like pop cost reductions. How's the army? Has the army been made?
It is almost
have
done.
one?
Last I looked. Hold on. Minister of State ruling from Alba. Could do industrialist. Specialist pop resource output.
I like
We have a
being
lot of
woman of
specialists in the
industry.
capital.
We do. That would be across the entire sector too.
We should probably do that.
Yeah.
And the army, it is completed. So we
We can
head
put
over
down
here.
this
Thank
fucking
fucking
rebellion.
God.
This new state that was built.
Bullshit.
Land armies.
Just don't
And
breathe
we need
it
to
in.
fucking
Nimkip.
figure that shit out too. Tiny, colorful life forms.
Oh,
and
over
weird
here.
Throsk too.
They lack any serious evolutionary potential, but their group coordination and great strength relative to their size is impressive. Tabitha has taken a shine to them, admitting a particular soft spot for the red ones.
Leave the poor critters
I
alone.
like the red ones.
Red ones are funny.
Rage virus vaccine developed. The development of a vaccine to treat the epidemic affecting our populations on New Deloria has successfully concluded. Distribution of the vaccine has begun, and life on New Deloria should soon return to normal. Research has revealed that the retrovirus behind this turmoil appears to have developed on New Deloria millions of years ago. Lying dormant in frozen biomatter, it resurfaced when the planet's ice caps melted.
God damn it.
It's very likely this led to the demise of the ancient robot's maker centuries ago. Luckily, the Alban Alliage is better equipped to deal with the viral contaminants. The development of this vaccine has even led to some advancements in the field of medicine.
Nice.
We got cyto-revitalization. That's the next up. That's the upgrade for the gene clinics.
We haven't even built a gene clinic yet.
Nope. Okay, so xenolinguistics. That's actually really good because it basically lets the galaxy know
That's
that we
in
are.
a suit.
I saw him.
That there is that. There are renowned leaders that can appear. It's one of the newer DLCs, and they are aliens, but they have really, really, really good bonuses that you can't give to your normal people.
What if they're psychics?
There are psychic ones. There are really good researcher ones. There's a really good spy master. There's a really good general. There's all kinds of really, really good ones. It's kind of random chance which one you get.
It is
though.
fairly cheap. It'd be only like 1,900 points, and it does give an amount of influence, which is also nice.
And it gives first contact speed.
And it's rare, so I would like that. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll do that next. We do have to still send the army over here because these people are still angry.
We gotta shoot them.
We have, there are 3 armies of peasants with machetes.
Army strength of 7. What's our army strength?
Like 21 each.
Oh, Jesus Christ in heaven. If it truly is 21, then this is going to be extremely one-sided.
Yes, it will be. 162 total against their 21. We win.
Yay.
Bam, yep.
We shot them
The
dead.
violence has been suppressed.
Unfortunately, without understanding the cause behind their actions, we figured it out. We already figured it out.
We know.
Shot those bastards.
Leave it. And now she's looking at things, but we can colonize the planet now. Which maybe we should hold off
Tempestuous
on.
mountain.
Well,
There was a
They
mountain
are
with a
also
big
lush.
fucking lightning bolt going through it.
there was. It probably gives generators.
It spooked me.
Or does it give generators? Yeah, generators.
Plus
That's
3
where these
max
are coming from.
generators, and they have prosperous messes and fucking lush jungles. Mineral fields. Delicious.
They are also lush. They're growing.
I love
I
building
see
tall.
them.
And that's what I would like to do in these games. Although Alba likes to be wide.
We like to be so fucking wide.
We like to be fat and stupid.
It's worked for us so far.
That's how we conquered the world.
You need to go over this way. You gotta look. You
We
gotta
just
look at
suffocated
things.
them with our flab.
We now rule over 5 worlds.
We do.
And it's
That's
gonna grow.
amazing.
We have many more that we're reaching for.
Beautiful.
Up is down.
Down.
As the ISS
down.
Kagul the Righteous passed through the asteroid belt on its way to that asteroid, Tabitha reported that the ship experienced a number of sudden gravitational shifts. Ever curious, Tabitha dispatched a number of probes to scan the debris field to discern the cause. It turns out that the culprit is a number of gravity generators of old alien make, sputtering on dying energy sources, and with their polarities inverted, they occasionally spew reverse gravity into the void. Though not with enough force to cause any serious harm. Not anymore. Tabitha theorizes that the generators once provided artificial gravity for a large asteroid belt in the belt, but some malfunction eventually tore the rock apart. We got research.
It's been 30 years.
The synthetic crystals that make rare crystals, they're a refining plant that turn minerals into a resource that we haven't used yet.
Or we can get destroyers.
Or we can get destroyers, which would be a tier 2 ship. And it would increase our fleet command limit, because currently we can only have 20 fleet power or fleet capacity to a fleet. These would be 2 points apiece, but they would be bigger and capable of doing more damage. So
I would like to have destroyers.
I would also like to.
We have a horribly hostile alien race next to us. I want the destroyers.
We're gonna have to kill them. Kill them all.
They gotta go. We gotta smash their pumpkins.
I'm gonna send this fleet over here because I was gonna build shipyards and a crew quarter. That way, while the fleet is over here, they will cost less in upkeep. You, Minister of Ascension, you're not doing anything, but we haven't colonized over here yet, that's why.
Ascension.
Ooh,
Ascension.
that would allow... Do we want him to be more resilient, or do we want him to make us build ships faster and cheaper?
He's not in the... I don't think he's going to be doing that. I think make him live longer.
Well, he's already a counselor, is the thing, so we would get this.
Oh, we would? Okay. That sounds cool then. I love shipwrights then.
Shipwright is good.
Let's get enough of those to where we make ships for free, you know? When will our civilian goods be fine?
When will that happen?
These guys
Our
are
energy is
making
also getting really
approximately 5 per. But they are fine on what they're... Oh, I didn't realize that the artisans use consumer goods to make consumer goods. We need more then, which we are in the process of making. We just need more people at this point.
Our economy
Although,
is frightening me.
one thing that we can do is tell people you live here now.
Oh, we can start deportations.
We can.
Where were you gonna
this
pull them
is-
from? We could take all the people in college who want to be researchers, so we could tell them you work in the fields now.
In Sanctum of Dag, they are full.
We
and
could take the
can't-
monkeys and tell them you will
No,
work
we
the
can't.
fields.
We can't. They're
God damn
pre-sapient.
it. God damn it.
We can take...
Just working in the fields.
We have to keep in mind that they need to be specialists. So we would
We
only
don't care
be able
about
to pull...
clerks, do we? Doesn't that do trade stuff?
Yeah, but they're workers. They're not specialists.
Okay.
We could take the enforcer, though.
Our governor of the sector reduces crime by a lot. We don't need no cops.
You... Is there one on Deloria? You work in the factory now.
We don't be needing no cops.
You work in the factory, and is that all we need? Prioritize that. Why were you just able to go up there? There's a mechanic called demotion. Whenever you have pops of a certain class, it takes time for them to go lower. One of the big things about the where is it? Not that one. Which one is it? Society management. One of the good things about the Unity one, which it won't let me look at right now, is that it reduces the time for them to demote by like 75%. So if you send someone who's really high class over to a planet,
Into the fields.
they will go into the fields much quicker. So I
I
don't
understand because the Glorious Emperor is telling them to do so. They're like, oh, I get it. I see.
But we'll just make more industry. We will be fine. We just gotta build more, and we gotta move people.
What is the habitability effect, by the way, on the world?
Amenities usage, upkeep, resources from jobs is reduced, and population growth is reduced.
We probably should build like a gene clinic or something over there then.
It'll use consumer goods.
I'm sure it will, but we're losing consumer goods from the upkeep problems because the low habitability.
True enough.
Also, we need to have the fucking funny monuments so we get more unity. We always need more unity. and our fucking money is gone.
God damn it.
It's gone. It's not coming back.
We can sell our alloys if we need to, or we can sell food if we need to.
We've become an agricultural society.
There's global energy
Return to
management.
it.
We could do FTL inhibitors. Make it so that
I want blue lasers.
FTL inhibitors makes it so that they cannot just pass by our defenses. They can't just go around.
I mean,
That is delicious, but I do want blue lasers.
We can do blue laser as well.
That's fine.
They're cheap and they're blue, and we got the new reactors to use the blue lasers.
That we do. I'll leave you here, but I will move you back over to the fleet. And also upgrade the fleet. Because you had the reactors upgrade. Oh, the latest sensory readings from Hammam showed the star pulsating regularly, and when the crew arrived on site, there was no evidence to support this data. While most of the crew were in agreement that the anomaly was caused by a sensory malfunction, Tabitha discards the theory. She claims she's discovered similar pulsating energy emission patterns elsewhere, and now fears that something strange is happening to the galaxy's stars. They have charted a course to the nearest affected star.
Tabitha believes the stars are about to turn off, you know? We're now losing both energy and loads of consumer goods, by the way.
I don't know why that happened. It just went down real quick.
Our economy is in spiral.
I don't like being in spiral.
It's time for the third dark age.
I'm tired of the Dark Ages. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of
It
it.
is time for our capital to lose contact with their colonies.
No,
We didn't have
I
like
refuse.
a single Dark Age the last game. I'm done with them. I'm done with them.
Well, there's always more time for a dark age, okay?
I refuse.
There's always Dark Ages in the banana stand.
It looks like they're going to settle Bulbos. It has 1 million planets on it, by the way.
Bulbos.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Bulbos. They're going to
don't
settle
like-
it. It has
I
1
don't
million
like
planets.
that.
They're still
that's
they're still
mine.
looking at it right now. But if we can get there faster than they can, we might be able to stop
They're
them
going
from
to.
getting
No, we
to
can't
it.
get there faster than they can. Our economy's gone.
We don't
Well,
know.
we have the resources to make a starbase there. That's not an issue.
Construction complete.
Can we pay for it though?
They don't use money.
How do they run on dreams?
I don't think they actually use any upkeep.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't think they use any upkeep.
The heathens march against
Okay,
us.
We're at
it's
war.
time.
At this war.
Also, we're at about time, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay! It is time for the third dark age. The economy is gone, and we're at war.
Yay.
Luckily, we built an army. Okay.
We have an army.
Maybe we can smash their navy and then do a landing. on
Their
the
fleet is
colony, right?
is close to double our
they're-
size.
It is way more
Oh.
powerful. It's time for the fall of
Okay.
Alba. Goodbye.
No.
Yay.
I refuse. We can build
have-
more ships though.
We have
We
no.
have-
You'll need to
we're
do
losing
that.
20 a month.
Well, it's that or we lose more territory.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It's over. It's over.
They can't get through
I'm
here.
panicking. I'm
if
panicking.
we have our ship stationed here, then they won't be able to get through it.
Hopefully they'll be stupid and they'll just throw themselves at the starbase.
That would be nice. But
Like
okay,
the Swedes.
I guess we'll see next time. Because yeah, we'll do that next time.
Glad we've gotten back to stress.
At 23 years, like in our fucking 31st year in space, we have declared war. We've been at war with a fucking fiend.
They did evil upon us, and so we must do evil upon them. Once we break their fleet, though, I doubt they will have anything else, or else they would have more, like, actually on our border. They have a lot of actual assault army, but in space, those are sitting ducks. They are just transports. So,
If they land on our worlds, they will fucking flatten.
fortunately, we have star bases.
Yay.
And we built a wall. That
We're
will
gonna have
help.
to build we're gonna have to
beautiful
double our
wall.
fleet size right immediately. Is what
I
we're gonna
want,
have to do.
I want a billion fleets.
But if you love seeing us scream and cry and wish that we were dead, feel free to drop a follow. We do play games every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. On Thursday, I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to take the mini guns that I was using in the gungeon, put them right in my mouth, and just blow my fucking head off, you know?
We'll talk about when we want to die.
Yeah, we love wishing death on ourselves. We love it. We love it.
It takes the stress away.
It does.
So if you want to see us wish death on ourselves again, feel free to give us a follow. It's from 6 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time on those days. So we're usually pretty consistent about it. So if you like the stuff, tune in then. We also got YouTube. Jordan's also got his own YouTube. He's on YouTube. You know, YouTube, that big thing where people put stuff. You may have heard of it. I don't know. But yeah, besides that, what are we doing on Tuesday?
I don't got nothing planned.
Okay, we'll figure that out later then. So yeah, feel free to tune into the mystery event on Tuesday. We'll see you later. Bye.
Goodbye.